Hey, what's up, guys? This is Order of Opinion, and today we're going to be doing the new release, Spider-Man fucking Homecoming.
I know. I wish I was by myself homecoming than watching this fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually solid.
Bro, we got a private screening for $10.
Essentially.
That was sick.
Well, yeah, that's because our theater, it smells like, you know, a bunch of illegals hid in the bathroom to get by to the border.
Well, for all we know, that is the actual case. Anyways... we're gonna be doing this movie to kick off our fucking reviews of the Spider-Man series, the fucking Tobey Maguire ones.
Bro. You said fuck like 6 times already.
Oh, have I?
Already.
Well, that's always fun, too. But yeah, we're doing this to kick off our reviews of the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, all of them.
The ones with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire, an old snaggletooth.
And
snaggling around.
Garfield the cat.
Everywhere she goes, just tripping her tooth on poles and wires.
Yeah, honestly...
How much did that suck on set? Like, every time Tobey Maguire's walking with Mary Jane, he's like, fuck, another wire.
He's like, oh,
you guys got to put those higher.
I got to kiss her. That's gross. Let me be upside down so it feels normal.
Every time I get an indent in my top lip, fucking hurts.
Oh, God.
I don't have any lip either. And neither does fucking, what's his name? Tom Holland? Tom Collins?
Yes, he was drunk all the time.
He has no fucking lip, bro. He looks like a puppet.
Dude, I don't
He
get...
looks like a puppet.
Is he from here, or is he an
I
English
don't
dude
care.
trying to pretend to be American?
And I'm over that.
Like, hey, guys!
He looks like he deserves to be in Fantastic Beasts, like rounding up the animals with his asshole. He's like, this is my asshole. I could lock it with magic.
He's like, I am...
I'll just web my asshole together.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's gross. But yeah, so we're kicking off fucking Spider-Man shit.
Yeah.
And you can find our... Well,
if you're on iTunes right now, fucking subscribe. Subscribe, please.
Subscribe
or
on
I'm
iTunes.
going to kill myself.
Fucking follow and listen. And
I found Tim's suicide letter, and I had to help him cope, man.
We're gonna transcribe them, so we'll just put them online. Fucking expect that shit coming out.
Just expect either one of us to die in one of these episodes. And
actually,
go make it viral, all right? Go spread our shit around. Go share it.
Every fifth...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say every fifth letter of each description is actually the suicide note.
Just share this filth to your friends. Yeah. Like it on, our Facebook. Like it on our Twitter. It's all the stuff's in the descriptions. We also put our shitty release schedules that we never stick to, or probably should never make.
Yeah.
But at least you know episodes are coming out. Because we're an asshole. We don't want to be associated with Trans Weekly or Bi-Weekly or Semi-Weekly, whatever the fuck that shit is. People do.
Well,
Singular
now it's...
Weekly, Asexual Weekly, whatever.
Now it's a Poly-Weekly. I do 5 different weeks at once.
Yeah, we're mono weekly. It means every other week that we don't have mono, we fucking make a podcast.
But yeah, fucking, and if you're too ashamed to share it with your friends, why don't you go ahead and, I heard a secret, not sure if it's true, but you can just download and delete. Yeah. You don't even need to listen.
Or just go on, like, Pornhub and YouPorn and just throw our links all over the place.
Yeah.
Wherever
a porn star, get our symbol tattooed on you.
Yeah. If it's a Danish and a black girl threesome, put us on there, because we like diversity. So does Spider-Man. That's all this movie was.
This was the diversity
like, hey, let's try to get as much type of browns and foreigners that we can in this movie, and let's make them weird. And let's still make fucking Spider-Man get bullied like a little bitch by some Indian fucking cocksucker. He's like, oh, Punjabi.
Oh, Punjab Parker. Yeah, pretty much.
So...
was that Osborn?
Before we get into the movie, fucking go check out our previous episodes. We've done a lot of fucking movie series. And if you're not getting it, if there's a new release and there's a series attached to it, we're going to do them all.
Yeah.
Because we like to annoy the fuck out of you. And give you long-ass episodes within days of time.
Yeah, so if you like 3.5-hour episodes on Transformers, it's the show for you.
Hey, man. When you got a freestyling genius that can flare his nostrils on cue and, a third nipple and bicep and legs just, like, rubber banded together. And some like white trash, like
3
subpar acted fucking
2 questionably hot, supposedly written in underage chicks.
Well, that's because Michael Bay's a genius.
Well,
he's like, the younger they get, the more money I get.
He's like, convince the teenagers to jerk off in their Transformers bed sheets.
First, I test with my fingers, and I say, how far can you explode? That'll give you the fucking scene.
If you do have the bed sheets, can you come on the triangle?
If you didn't get that, go check out. That's our last series we did was the Transformers. We've done Pirates of the Caribbean. We've done Fast and Furious. Go watch those 3. Those are the 3 newest ones.
Those are the good ones, man.
Like I said, like we're going to kill ourselves.
Pots of fucking gold, and if we don't find it, we will kill ourselves.
And if you're on SoundCloud, follow right now.
I'll do it.
We're not a rapper, a producer, or we're not DJ order of opinion, but we are a podcast.
And we will tag it.
All you rappers that keep following us, we are a fucking podcast, and we're not going to shout your name out on it.
But we do appreciate it.
We
if
will
you
for
actually
free cocaine,
listen.
though.
Yeah, if you have cocaine that you can mail to us, or weed would be cool too. Unless you're from Florida, then fuck your shit.
Yeah.
Because I just imagine your weed sucks.
I would assume probably Florida's pretty good.
Why?
I don't know.
It's too
probably the Jacksonville Waffle House is popping.
How fucking humid is it out there, though?
That might be a good or a bad thing.
Depends on the kind, I suppose.
I've been to Orlando before, and like every single fucking house had an indoor pool, or like a pool with like a glass house around it.
It's not
that somehow has to be included in Florida, or you'll die. And all of it has to be hurricane proof. You know,
a hurricane proof pool.
Yeah.
How would you know if the water got switched out? Bro, can you imagine, like, they pretty much have to be indoors because if there is a hurricane, you can end up with fucking, like, fish or some weird shit in your pool.
And every time you step outside, like, your left toe could get bitten by an alligator. You're like, oh, how did this get on my porch?
Dude, I fucking hate
There's,
Orlando.
like, koala bears climbing your porches. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
What goes on how'd the koala bears get there? Pretty sure they live in the outback.
Or you have Tortugas, like, eating, like, midget Cubans, you know?
Shit they ride the Tortugas to get to America. They bound them together with their own back hair. Pirates of the Caribbean.
I wish I had back hair to, like, pull out while I was watching this movie so I can have a little bit. I just wanted to be entertained during Peter Parker's, like, you know, American Pie with no jokes life. Right? He doesn't fuck a pie, so that wasn't cool. How great would it have been if Spider-Man got caught by his, you know, Aunt May, because she probably actually would have fucked him after this. Just fucking like a lemon meringue pie.
Oh, God. On the ceiling, though? Like, he's all sprawled back, he's just fucking the pie on the ceiling.
That's all Tom Holland was thinking at the end. He's like, well, I get the Ironman spider suit so I can cover how small my dick is. Cool, man. Thanks.
And what? Like, okay.
He's like, oh, hey, Tony. Can you make it have shapes in the face like your beard?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Because apparently... Oh, go ahead.
Do you think he actually does model his beard after the Iron Man suit? I never thought about that. I
know Tony Stark like models his beard off of Riff Raff.
I think
he secretly wants to have a coating castle and just fucking let his Siberian Huskies run through it.
I think he models his beard off of racism. He's like, I'm a rich white guy, I know.
And that's apparently his masterdom and powerfulness has led Spider-Man to be able to be sanctioned to basically ruin people's fucking day and accuse them of false crimes. Bro, that's what you see when he really has like a day of being Spider-Man. Like, what does he do? He fucks up some dude that stole a bike and then just leaves the bike there. Like, I don't know whose it was, but at least I fucked up that guy.
He's like, don't take it again, /Spider-Man.
Then he's like, oh yeah, I'm thinking my next, I'm going to trip in New York or eating fucking a pizza folded up standing.
Yeah, and then he almost murders a guy on his own car. Makes
sense. He well, that's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to jizz all over the city.
Right?
He's like, oh yeah, man, it'll take 2 days to crust over.
Oh,
Someone's have to clean that up.
Yeah, he's like, in 2 hours it'll disappear, but not after your wife gets pregnant. I actually mix my own jizz with this.
Right? Because when he's Peter Parker, he's just like jollily like hopping around, like, how do I get to the next spot? I look like an elf. Or like ripping off Armenians, right?
Ripping off?
He's like, how about you cook me that cat? All I got is $6. I'm living off of fucking Marissa Tomei's like hooker allowance.
He's like, I know you can speak fucking Spanish, and so can I. And he's like, yeah, $10 more for being a white guy that's trying to integrate himself into our culture.
Jesus. Yeah, because that's what he does. He just like shoots around his jizz, and he's like, oh, I wonder when the next time Tony Stark's going to change this beard shape and call me.
He's like,
oh, hey guys.
Wouldn't it be cool if like a white dude dated a black girl, and her dad was white?
Yeah,
That's
essentially.
what this movie's about.
Yeah. Well, because apparently he wanted his dad to pork him, because that's what Tony Stark has been doing to him. He's like, hey, when's the next time we're going to go on this, like, retreat? Do I get to be on top this time and shoot my web on you?
And speaking of, fucking, did Tony Stark think he was his dad?
I think he did.
He mentions it a lot.
I think he's like, dude, like, I've seen your life, like, that shitty apartment with that hooker. She's kind of hot, though.
Yeah, and he's like, my dad made mistakes raising me around radiation. I won't make the same with you.
Because that's, like, his whole goal, right? It seems like Spider-Man's like, dude, fuck school. Like, I need to get out of my fucking hooker aunt's apartment.
Bro, and I always
her
forget.
pain keeps coming over and beating her late night. After everything he's been through, he's the one that killed Ben.
It's like, have you seen her fucking Volvo? Every time she drives, I think I'm going to blow up.
Someone killed Uncle Ben. They were tired of his dirty rice, and they just came in and shot him.
It was Zatarans. They caught him.
But Peter Parker's just looking for an excuse to leave school.
Well,
he's like, you know what? My school's a little too fucking diverse for, like, a high-tech school. So, it's kind of freaking me out.
I go to a school full of nerds, and I'm still the loser, and I don't like it.
Right? Because they have, like some two Filipinos that are extra weird.
One really weird Filipino, one fat weird Filipino.
Yeah, his soon-to-be nurse friend. Like, all he wanted the whole movies is for Peter Parker to help him roll Olympias with his Lola.
Right? And then fucking...
He's like, oh, could you go to my cotillion? He's like, I thought, like, boys didn't have the cotillions. He's like, my family we do, because I'm going to stay at home and be a dad. Pinoy power.
He was honestly like, yeah, man, I want you to come over and help me make a stop-motion Star Wars movie. He's like, yeah, what are we going to use? He's like, we're just going to put it on our dicks. He's like, I don't know if I can do that. I have work. He's like, I'll be at your house at 5, bitch.
And you can have those conversations right in front of a fucking teacher because they don't give a flying fuck about anything.
Right. Or
all of the teachers in his, like, it seems like a very nice tech school.
It's New York.
Because there's no other way why you'd have all those foreigners. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. And, of course, Peter Parker's like, oh, yeah, I got to date, like, a diverse black girl because we can't go full black. Michael Keaton can and freak the rest of us out. Because that was the only fucking reason why it was a surprise at the end. That she, his diverse black girl crush.
Oh, because her dad was white?
His dad. No, just because it's Michael Keaton. He doesn't look like he'd ever fuck a black woman.
Totally. And that was a good shock for the fucking movie, but I think the shock was that her dad was white.
No, not just white, that it was Michael Keaton in particular.
Well, yeah.
And I'm tired of that motherfucker. Like, he looks like the Grinch. Like, the whole time I thought he was getting those weapons to, like, destroy Whoville.
His jolly old ways, like...
Like, every time he tried to talk, it was like he was trying to, like, expand his neck so you didn't see all of his wrinkles. Because he is just one walking tree.
Well, yeah. And he looks like he's aging like fucking tree bark. By the way, I don't think we gave our scores.
Oh, yeah. I gave it an 8.4. It was actually good.
Yeah, I gave
we'll talk about how good it is.
I gave it an 8. I liked it. It's solid, but, I mean, there were some definite flaws, and we'll get to that.
Yeah, and it's just, like I said, just the school. Diverse as fuck. Teachers don't give a shit, and the teachers are diverse as well.
Well, the teachers, like,
they have an Asian principal.
A ninja.
Yeah.
And the fucking...
He's a dynasty warrior.
Yeah,
he just slayed, like, 50 people outside for 100 XP.
Right, and the PE teacher is, like, some fucking...
it's Hannibal Buress.
I know who it is, but in terms of what they're portraying, he's just a high black guy.
Why is he starting to look like Grimace?
He is.
Like, if Grimace ate too many nuggets and he turned purple.
If he were the purple people eater... But yeah, so fucking that, and then you have some Jewish guy who's apparently lost a student. Like, a student has died on one of his field trips, and he doesn't know basic facts about American history.
He's like, I took him to my homeland and my Jewish temple, and we just couldn't find him again. Last we saw, his foreskin was on the ground.
Gross.
Speaking
on that guy, like, what was his deal? He, like,
Who?
Did not... The fucking debate teacher.
He was weird.
Or whatever. That was
No one gave a fuck in this school about anything.
Yeah.
Peter Parker's just shooting his jizz all over the place. He's working on alien weapons there.
Bro,
the old man's like, don't touch the blades unless it's near my saggy balls.
He's like, if you want to circumcise yourself, at least let me watch. I love looking at young men's dicks.
Yeah, and his principal's, the Tokyo Drift character, and he's like, sorry, my eyebrows are just naturally this hun. I was searching Mulan, and I couldn't find her. So I came here to be a principal. And
my grandpa's an Asian.
And every time, like, he has this Punjabi bully, right?
Yeah, what is
like,
that?
Oh, those aren't good enough Gucci loafers, huh?
He's like, Peter Parker, you don't have a Mercedes?
I bet you never even helped fucking Stark stencil his beard, have you?
It's like, that's not true. I've done it twice.
And that's what makes Peter Parker, because I do like the Spider-Man part of this movie, but Peter Parker is a fucking faggot.
Well, I would totally agree. I mean, most of the time...
If you really can't deal with your weak-ass school, I mean, that is school somebody like Peter Parker should be dominating as far as popularity.
Dude, and have you seen, like, he's surrounded by bullies, and the one place he shines is being physical, and it's a tech school, so they're like, yeah, you're a loser anyway. And Hannibal Buress is like...
Why does everyone fucking hate him? It's because he has a fat Filipino friend. Like, no one likes the fat Filipino.
Dude, there's one part where they're literally just talking about Legos, and the cheerleaders turn around, they're like, gross.
You little fag.
Fucking fat fuck. Let me calculate his mass.
Oh, and let's not forget the most diverse part of the movie, his fucking African friend. He's like, I'm just lucky I don't have gauge in my mouth. His fucking like, coming to America friend.
He's like, ding ding, this bell is what they play when they steal children. It's like, stop using the bell to be ironic, Kunjab.
I've mined minerals for free since I was 3.
Ding ding, that is false. It's what I was 2.
And then, so we see, stencil face, fucking riffraff beard Stark, right? He's becoming Trump. He's a scheming douchebag. He's a fucking schemer, because in my opinion, this is all a come up for Stark. Everything. Because they said it in this fucking movie, he sold the Avengers building. Sold it.
Well, yeah,
for fucking money.
Bro, he sold it so he could open up the better Avengers golf course, essentially.
Yeah, he's like, I'm tired of losing to Cap on those short courses, god damn it.
He's like, I'm tired of playing golf inside. This shit's getting annoying. Well, yeah, and I think that he has a serious fucking problem with Peter Parker's relationship. Like, he literally thinks he's his dad.
Yeah, he's insane. Yeah, he's delusional.
Because he's like, well, my dad would have done this, and he's like, oh, it was a good lesson because you learned. I'm a dad. I'm a good dad. Just love me, Peter Parker.
Right? And he's like, well, it's weird because he, not only did he sell the Avengers building to make a new improved Avengers building, which he'll probably eventually sell.
Yeah.
Because, he's just a fucking scumbag, right?
He's playing the market.
And on top of that, now he's in control of damage control of shit that he destroyed in the first place, which he still uses weapons for.
So for the last...
and what is the whole fucking point of this movie? Again, another fucking Marvel movie is trying to pull a lick or steal from Stark's technology or his weapons.
Yeah, and
another fucking movie.
It being an issue for people. And that's totally true. Like, the plot of this is just a rehash of all the fucking other plots, with Tony Stark being the main... Well, not the main... he's the main
He's
problem.
the protagonist.
Yeah.
Obviously, Spider-Man is the protagonist, but the whole point of the plot that carries it is the big, larger scheme of Stark's bullshit.
And we get to go deeper into Stark's bullshit, because this fool's losing it even more. So you're telling me for the last 8 or so years he's been profiting off destroying New York City?
Essentially. Yes.
Damn.
The ultimate hedge fund, right? And he's such a fucking scumbag, and like, he understands now that public perception is so fucking important. That what happens when he has this, like, Spider-Man press conference plan to, like, show off fucking Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man just destroyed half the fucking city, or, like, a portion of it.
A fair amount.
Or Coney Island. He freaked out some Staten Islanders.
Well, that was what's funny. Spider-Man crashes a plane and it lands on a beach at night, so no one gave a shit.
No one's there to see it, right?
No one gave a fuck about what Spider-Man did.
Vulture almost fucking feathered his way away, but he's too fucking stupid and blew himself up. God, that was retarded. Whoa. Anyways, but it's another fucking MCU, and he was gonna, in my opinion, what I see in the future happening is Stark using Spider-Man as, like, a poster boy for, like, some grimy Illuminati shit he's gonna do.
Well, yeah, because Spider-Man, he is the neighborhood, or the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
He's obsessed with public perception now, because what happens when Spider-Man is like, yeah, you know what, even the Avengers are fucking creepy to me, and you guys are fucked up, so I'm good off this shit. Can I just go be 15 and, like, next time you want to jizz on my back, let me web on your face at least?
Right, and he's like, yeah, you're sort of an asshole, because the last time I found out something big that was actually your fucking fault. Yeah. Because these people would have never done this if you didn't take over the cleanup to try and profit.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because he's like...
Because he's doing so good for people, right?
Yeah.
He has a 15-year-old vigilante who he, like, sanctioned to go do Marvel work.
Yeah,
right?
And the whole reason that Vulture exists is because he shut down this dude's life.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And unknowingly, granted, but still, he's an asshole because you know he was profiting. But yeah, Spider-Man's like, yeah, so thanks for letting me find out this plot and all this shit, and then taking the one thing that could have helped me, and then barely saving my ass. And, like, no, Tony Stark's not there.
Well, Vulture realized he was looking more like the Grinch, and he just wanted his weapons to, like, evaporate his wrinkly skin. Hopefully his lips doesn't look like a part of that wrinkle. Like, his lips look like it's a part of his wrinkles.
He's probably like, I'll finally get those fucking who's.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fuck. Stella's got her groove back, so I can have my first black girl, so that Peter could jerk off to her.
Yeah, because Peter wanted to put some
bust
light
his
in
web
that
all
black.
over.
Yeah.
It was just another boring Spider-Man villain. As far as, like, here's a guy that's, like, doing some criminal shit, sit on the side for more money, and he turns himself into, like, a man machine, and he could have killed Peter Parker, but he didn't.
Well, yeah,
And this one is even more retarded because at least in the first ones there was like emotional backing to it, as far as like, you know, Defoe and his like daddy, like, I don't like my faggy Franco son.
Yeah, because his son was
Peter
a cock.
Parker. Yeah. He's like, I'm tired of that kid getting fucking stoned in my suits.
Yeah, I forget that he really thought Peter Parker was like more of his son.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
he still let him live in the ghetto? What an asshole.
He was a fucking asshole. And it's just another one of those movies where this one's even more retarded because he could have point blank just killed Spider-Man and then got in the crate, but then he probably realized, oh shit, I am fighting a 15-year-old and I'm a fucking scumbag. And he's pretty well off, you see, in the first place. He has a giant fucking house.
Well, yeah.
So what the fuck was his problem?
No, he literally tells Spider-Man that he will murder him. And that's what's so weird about the end fucking battle is it's literally like he's looking up and he's like, oh, something shiny.
Yeah.
He just flies over to it when he clearly stated he will kill Spider-Man if he gets in his way. He has the fucking chance to, and just for the sake of, like where was the drama in that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It would have been cooler just to watch Spider-Man, like, whoop his ass and then have him try and get away.
The only cool scene between him and Vulture was the car scene, and that's when he didn't have the Vulture suit. It was just Michael Keaton, like, stretching out his wrinkles.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you want to see how, like, weird I can act and overact?
Well, I do like that Spider-Man gets crushed.
Yeah.
That scene was pretty cool, and he's being a bitch about it. He's like, help me. I'm just in high school.
Oh, God, that was so gay.
He's like,
when he, like, looked in the puddle, he was like, bro, is this fucking Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Like, he like, looked in the puddle and saw, like, half of his Spider-Man face, and he's like, Peter Spider Parker? Oh.
He's like,
Peter?
I am Spider-Man. He just mantras himself into fucking lifting the rock.
God, that was so gay.
It's like, he literally goes...
That was, like, really bad.
No, that was terrible, because he literally just goes, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man!
And, but here's what I will say about the movie, right? It was fucking linear, hella easy to watch.
It's easy to think about.
When he is just Spider-Man, it feels like the old 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. The suit shit was dope. Like, you know, the suit is like, oh, Peter, I can make your suit jerk yourself off with your feet. And then when you jizz, use that to glide around with.
He's like, oh,
It's
shit.
like, oh, shit, man. Can you set that to my default?
She's like, sure thing. Yeah, he basically does have a Spider-Man Ironman suit.
I'll take that over spider senses any fucking day of the week. He doesn't say he doesn't have spider senses.
Yeah.
He gets, you know, every time he has his fat Filipino friend around, he gets a spider sense from his, like, his greasy food that he just ate.
Yeah, he just doesn't tell you he has spider senses.
Yeah. But I'll take the suit interaction over any of that.
Yeah, that's way cooler.
So, at the same time, all that, and it was just entertaining. Like, it was so lighthearted and stupid, you could just watch it and be like, okay, this is a movie.
Because, I mean, it's not the most complex plot, and it doesn't really connect. I mean, it sort of connects to shit, I guess. But
it super connects to shit.
Well,
but it's light on it.
Yeah. It doesn't,
It's
like,
light.
have this deep, like, oh, shit, that guy's going to come back and be something. Like, it's just all, like, pretty straightforward as to whose stories it connects to, like Tony Stark, Spider-Man. It doesn't really fuck with Cap, doesn't fuck with any of the other Avengers at all. It's just Tony Stark's personal struggle through being a fucking douchebag.
Who, Tony Stark or Peter Parker?
Tony Stark, because...
Yeah, Tony Stark is a fucking douchebag. That's what... If it's one thing that 15 movies of MCU have taught you, is that Tony Stark is a complete fucking douchebag.
Right?
And when a douchebag is in power, or has any sort of power, he's going to make douchebag decisions that'll make everyone else look like douchebags.
And what's crazy, too, is, like, he introduces all this shit into the suit, which Peter Parker figures out immediately how to use because he's a genius.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
He's like, I put everything in there, even the spermicidal lube. You can use your fucking suit as a condom.
Right? And instead of telling him, hey, there's a training program in your suit, just do the exercises, he just doesn't say shit, and Peter Parker has to fall into it.
Yeah.
Which, if Peter Parker knew how to use a suit, he probably would have whooped fucking Vulture's ass.
But that's my question. So did Stark, was he using Spider-Man to eventually, like, here's this wholehearted kid, and he's, like, my fucking protege. This is going to bring back the Avengers. Because he, honestly, if you look at it, all he has is his Uncle Tom Butler vision to fucking fly through walls and watch you jerking off in the corridors.
Which he shouts
That's
out
what
to.
really happened. His vision freaked out every fucking girl and everyone in there, and they're like, dude, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're like, we're done.
He somehow is like jerking off to us, and he doesn't have a penis.
He's like, this ghost is actually jizzing on the covers.
I don't even remember. Oh, he only has vision. Literally, that's it. And because War Machine, the real Uncle Tom, he's fucking handicapped.
Yeah, I guess they
so all he can do is keep doing what he's been doing the last 5 movies. Is like, hey, good job, Tony Stark, you white cracker.
He's like, yeah, this is Tony Stank. As in, he licks my stank ass when I'm done walking because he owes me.
And really, he doesn't because he's a fucking dick.
Well, yeah.
Because remember the last time we saw them together alone was Iron Man 3, and he didn't give him a fucking suit to live.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, go save the president, bitch. Go do something amazing. Aren't you fucking War Machine?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Tony Stark in this one does the exact same thing to Spider-Man. He's like, okay, I know you're stumbled onto all this shit, and you'll probably get back into it, but I'm going to take your suit. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying. But I think he's keeping him in his pocket, and not like, literally as in he's gay. I mean, like, he's just keeping him in his pocket.
No, I think, well, at first, yeah, and then he really plans on dropping him. Then Spider-Man...
Because that was for PR, bro. Yeah. Because of all the shit that happened. Yeah. And he's like, well, these really been working for me the whole time. That's what I mean. And then what happens, because he's such like a public perception whore, when Spider-Man does dip out, because he's like, okay, dude, you're getting weirder. Like, why does that look like a fucking octagon now on your face? Tony Stark's like, oh, shit. All right. Hey, Pepper, you want to marry me now, you cunt?
And she's like, oh fuck no.
So, yeah, the movie starts off with, the autistic kid's drawing of the Avengers, right? He's like, that kid, I draw cowboys and red people giving them land for beer.
He's like, they actually call them native red people now. We want to make sure people know they're the red people from here.
And you could tell Keaton's a dead giveaway for Vulture because he does look like an aging Vulture.
Yeah,
he looks like a wrinkly aging
Especially because
Vulture.
his teeth, his top teeth come out a little farther than his other ones, so it looks like a beak in his mouth.
Yeah.
And he smiles like, ha, ha, ha.
And he's like overacting and ink blotting around, right? He's like, how do I move my body as much as I can? He thinks he's Beetlejuice still.
Yeah. And
it's fucking annoying.
I mean, his acting sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Until the tension in this movie, his acting sucks.
I don't know if his acting sucks. I just don't care.
He's just goofy white guy. He's like, oh, yeah. So they're doing fucking
Chappelle's trying to rub his dick on the fucking weapons, right? And he's like, here, do it like the asshole superheroes did it. Just fucking hit the fuck out of it and hope it fucking turns into something. Like, all right.
Yeah, because they're cleaning up the alien shit. And then they find
out Tom Hardy's doing meth.
Yeah, what's funny too is he's sitting there.
Is that Tom Hardy? He looks exactly like
Tom
fucking
Hardy,
Tom Hardy,
but it looks like Tom Hardy. Yeah, it
looks
on
like
meth. Well, yeah, super on meth. He looks like he could be a UFC fighter's manager.
Yeah, and they're mining Loki's tapeworms, right?
Yeah.
And everybody loves Raymond. Mom comes in, and she's like, I'm shitting it down.
He's like, but
where's Ray? I brought over leftover lasagna.
He's like, but ma'am, I had to hire all these prostitutes to keep the men happy to keep working.
He's like, dude, I bought scaffolding. I picked up some illegal Mexicans in front of Lowe's.
He's like,
you're paying 10 cents a labor is my fucking life. You can take that from me?
He's like, what do you want me to tell these guys? Most of them have just had kids.
It's like, dude, I look like a melted action figure. My wife is black. She says Tyrese's name when we have sex.
Right?
It's getting weird.
And I
got nothing.
She literally goes, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she's like, Stark he's shutting you guys down. Now we're going to make you a criminal. He's like, motherfucker.
He's like,
that's literally what happens. Because he literally just says, how about we don't follow the rules anymore, huh? How about I move my eyebrows and my mouth as many times as I can? Distract you from all our wrinkles.
He's like, oh yeah, because we stole these power cells and we can make shit out of them because apparently this dude who did construction
is scientist.
Fucking scientist.
He's like, hey, if we turn this Mace Windu crystal, we could have made some real high-tech dildos, man.
And how autistic is that guy? He's literally one part where he's like, dude, I told you not to look at my phone. And he's like, yeah, I'm a curious dude. But he says it with no emotion.
Yeah.
He's like, not like he's caught or any of that shit.
Yeah. And that's how the movie starts off, right? Is now they're scumbagging around their evil lair. Because Spider-Man was, right? They did have a fucking evil lair.
Well, yeah, because now it's upgraded
to just metal and computers, right?
Where the fuck do they have a factory making this? Where can they run this operation?
I don't fucking know. Dave Chappelle can hide anything. That's why you couldn't find him in Africa
apparently.
For a year. Yeah, and he just shows up and he's like, yeah, man, it's like flying a B-50 fucking 2. That's why I wear this coat. What was up with this World War II coat, bro?
He's like, I'm a bomber, dude.
Yeah, he's like, here's my White Hope Falcon suit. This is how you really do it, you black bastard.
And he drops his lobster cages because he's from Maryland, and he's like, business is good. And that's it. That's the summation of Falcon so far. He's like, you don't even know if he's bad. You're almost rooting for him.
Yeah. And here's the motion flip pages of all the Marvel shit. They're like, here, check out our fucking still motion pictures of all the superheroes we're fucking incorporating now. Yeah. We even have an African superhero. Don't you guys like it?
He's like, remember these clips? Oh, no, because they were all irrelevant.
Right. I have to watch 119 hours of entertainment before I get here. Cool.
Right? Because it's literally like pictures of fucking Fury looking to the side. What movie did this come from?
They just show Michael Jackson. They show Samuel Jackson all of his different movies.
Yeah,
They're like, oh yeah, this would take like 35 minutes to do, so let's not put this in the beginning.
Oh shit.
Samuel Jackson is a like exploited motherfucker, man. He is one walking black exploitation.
Well, Hollywood has exploited the fuck out of him, but he is rich as shit.
Yeah, he is. And Spider-Man's like, oh hey, what's up, man? This is like my voice is jittery as this camera. Yeah. Here's my Cloverdale wheel cap of all the times I got my ass kicked at the airport.
He's like, oh my god, dude. Oh, yeah. He's like, Mr. Stark, do you think you could, like, not molest me in the back of the car, please?
He's like, hey, why do they call you Happy? He's like, all the illegal fucking Asian massagers I get? You fucking asshole, what do you think? He's like, he's just a frantic, whiny bitch, essentially. That's all Spider-Man is. And I get he's a 15-year-old kid, although, like, what is Tom Holland? He's probably, like, 23.
He's, like, 40.
He already has smoker's lips, but he probably lives in Europe, so that's not weird.
Well, yeah, right?
So all they do is, like, smoke and eat bagels and drink coffee.
Well, in this one, Spider-Man's, like, the super millennial, too, because he just has to record everything about what's going on instead of being a fucking, like, normal soldier.
But that's realistic, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what 15-year-olds are. They just live their whole life on their cell phone.
I'm surprised he didn't, like, web up, like, 14 fidget spinners.
Hey, man, I got a pube. You guys want to see it on Snapchat? First pube.
Yeah. He was like,
imagine if we were, like, 13 with this type of technology.
Oh,
I used to, like, show my whole class, my boner in class.
That's
what I did in 7th grade. I don't remember really anything else.
Jesus.
So he stuck his dick in Happy's nose and then shot his web through his nostril, right? When he was asleep. And he's like, oh, you fucking asshole. You know, one of our buddies that we saw it with was like, bro, Happy's so fucking hilarious. And this one I was like, other than his like puby Jufro, what the fuck else is funny about Happy in this one? Like,
you know why, though?
The fact that he like was chef.
Well, he's just an old, mean fucking white man. And that's why our friend liked him. Because he was like, yeah, I don't like taking phone calls either.
That is what older, like, 35-year-old men are like, right? Like, oh, yeah, I'm not answering my goddamn phone. DM me.
But yeah, then he fucking shows up, and then he's in Berlin. He's like, I don't know why I'm in Berlin, but they say that I gotta beat up a fucking dude wearing Stars and Stripes pajamas.
Right? And he's such a broke douchebag that he didn't even realize he had, like, a full fucking hotel room.
Bro,
no, man, there was another door. I could, like, open it.
He's like,
There's another place I could shoot my web all over the place.
He's like, I thought that was the closet. He's like, dude, you've been living in the closet.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he's used to all the gross motels that his aunt takes him to while she goes fucking blows black guys.
He's like, well, yeah, I'm used to being in the closet because she just throws me in there. So, you know, things happen.
Yeah, then he's like filming the airport fight. He's like, yeah, there's Captain America's sweet ass. Can't wait to shoot my web all over that.
He's like, oh shit, and that convict just got huge.
He's like, yeah, so then I stole Captain America's shield and I shot my web all over it. It was kind of hard for him to take it out. It takes 2 years to clean that shit.
Yeah, he's like telling his story and Happy like knocks on the door. He's like, bro, I'm trying to get a Thai massage. We have thin walls and she will not suck my dick if she hears your whiny voice.
Right? And then they go and pick up Stark and they're doing a little recording for Marissa Tomei. He's like, hey, you want to see the shape that I have on my crotch for my hair?
He's like,
great, man. He's like, I'm making a puzzle there and I want you to figure it out.
He's like, it's a 4D image, which you can't even make. He's like, you have to use...
I bought a 3D printer just to make pubes on my crotch.
They're iron pubes. Full of transformium. Full of fucking... What is this element called?
And if you can't figure it out, I'm going to get a fucking panic attack. Is Iron Man still having panic attacks? Because, God, that was a bitch version of him.
No, I think he's good now.
Okay.
I think his only panic attack is losing his family.
Yeah, because then he woke up and he was like, oh, shit, I'm worth like $100 zillion. Okay.
He's like, oh, yeah, I actually can just quit being Iron Man.
Yeah, right. And they show in this movie even more that he can actually really quit being Iron Man. He doesn't need to ever be in the suit.
The suits are so good now, they can just do all the shit themselves.
While he's making like illegal trades for like weapons for camels, he can fucking control an Iron Man suit.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I think he was like damaging control the rat problem in India. He's like, you guys are making clothes way too cheap.
He's like, these mini Iron Men will take care of that.
He's like, yeah, Happy was my forehead of security, and then later on I like demoted him just picking up cocaine for me.
He's like, that's a sensitive subject. One time one of the bags exploded in my asshole.
I could never trust him to stencil my beard either.
He's like, I need the promotion. He's like, one day when you're not retarded.
And just to let you know, the real version of me was on drugs. That's why I look like this.
He's like, speaking of drugs, we should probably take a video for your aunt showing how high we are right now.
He's like, speaking of fucking high, Happy has heart problems now. I mean, I'll have a panic attack if he dies, but it's funny that he has cardiac problems, right?
So you better take care of him, Spider-Man, even though he's supposed to take care of you. He's like, yeah. He's like, he's on point, but he'll never answer, so it doesn't matter.
He's like, hey, Tony, on the next retreat, can I shoot my web on you? Please?
Tony's like, why do you think I'm wearing these glasses all the time?
He's like, and no, you can't do that. Why do you think I made my pubes rhombus shaped this time? It's your turn, buddy.
He's like, but when's the next mission? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're 15. Get out of here. You can
They literally kicked him the fuck out.
Yeah, he's like, you can keep the clothes, but get the fuck away from me.
And of course, his poor ass is like riding on a train, right? One of those trams. Like texting his fat Filipino friend to cook him up some blood-congealed soup.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be in school in a little bit. He's texting Happy that. He's like, Happy, morning briefing. Woke up, jerked off, ate cereal. At school. I'll be off at 2:45.
Ate out May.
Yeah. 2:45, off. Jerk off. 3 o'clock, superheroine.
8 o'clock, caught Aunt May, fucking a black guy again. 9 o'clock, a new black guy.
9:45.
10:45, Black Panther, no!
11:30, jerked off to all of those memories.
12:30, shot my web all over the city from that one cum.
He's like, man, you jerk off a lot. And he's like,
yeah, stop texting me about it. Jesus.
Like, fine. He's like, I'll just
He fucking harasses him.
Yeah, he's a stalker.
But I'm sure he's harassing him because he has no fucking friends. Because everyone's like, dude, you let a Punjabi bully you around, you fucking fag.
Well, that's what you end up finding out. He does have a... What is this dude supposed to be? He's like the Fonz of their high school.
Penis Paka. My Bollywood dancing and Audi. Yeah.
Penis Paka.
I wear my los with no socks.
Would you like some... It's like, would you like some samosas? You can dip it in chutney.
My family's rich because we rip off all the black people in the city.
Peter Parker's like, hey, so is mine. Except for its prostitution. That pussy ain't that good.
Oh, and again, his shitty fucking life. It looks like a lifetime, like, high school, you know. He's like, oh, yeah, the guy who harassed another old guy in high school. He's like, those are the Lifetime movies now, right? Because they can't just be like, oh, crazy psycho wife anymore. It has to be like a certain fucking thing.
No, it's like Jew bully at school. Picking on the Nazi or some shit like that.
Isn't that weird?
Isn't that right? You would never have guessed.
And it's, like I said, it's just an American Pie fucking high school movie with no jokes and gay hallway scenes. You know?
And more technology for, like, now they're flying drones in hallways. And his fat Filipino friend shows up and nerds the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
Because Peter Parker.
Yeah, first off, what is up with their little, like, news station thing that they have?
Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah, they're like, oh, if you didn't know, like, Napoleon Dynamite humor still exists. And, hey, who you going with? There's like some blonde chick, right, and a black dude. He's like, hey, you going with the prom? She's like, sorry, my dad won't let me near black guys. Okay? He's like, oh.
He's like, oh, bummer.
And then that's when you see Ned, you know, the soon-to-be nurse fucking fat Filipino. He's like, hey, Peter, you want to help me roll lumpias? We got to make like 300.
He's like,
my roll's going to hit me a Manolo if I don't.
He's like, afterwards we have to cook the pancit. And then we can make the Lego dildos we were going to butt fuck each other with.
Jesus. He's like, Peter Parker's like, nah, dude, it's not fun to butt fuck you, bro. You have too much concave fat ass.
He's like, and honestly, I'm tired of my fucking hands smelling like canola oil.
And he makes fun of him for his Stark internship, right? He's like, what are you going to do, like, file some papers and then shave a shape in your butt hair?
Yeah, and, like,
he's
look
like,
how...
Well, he's like, yeah, how do you think I get fucking paid? He's like, well, dude, I don't know how jobs work. I'm going to be a nurse or a stay-at-home dad for a wife that is a nurse.
Yeah, because that's his, like, jungle thing. And he's like, he gives you, like, a gold ingot, right? After you do the job. He's like, what, bro? It's money. Have you ever been to the store? He's like, no, my mom buys all my food.
And Peter Parker's like, dude, didn't you, like, row a boat here?
He's like, actually, my family rowed me over. They rode the fat kid. Filipino way.
And of course, Peter Parker, you know, he has to have his diverse black chick boner, right?
He's
like, yeah, I want to rape her, but I think that's too risky. I was going to shoot her web. Like, when she was standing on the ladder, I was going to shoot the web to her on the wall and rape her. Everyone would have seen it. I'd have been exposed.
He's like, I could easily force anyone out of my way right now.
Right?
I could force her down and rape the shit out of her. He's like, what do you think Parker means? Parker ass on my dick by force.
What's he doing in class, too? He's just watching himself on YouTube being a jackass.
Bro, all of that shit. He's doing shit that pertains to him. He's watching himself on YouTube. He's making the web.
Jizz, yeah.
And he's working out.
He cooks up his jizz in the fucking school. Like, that's how much the teachers don't give a fuck in this school. Yeah. They don't give a fuck.
Right? He's
like, Peter Parker could have, like, took his chance and raped Liz right there, and teacher was like, huh,
he's
you're going to do it with clippers next time, make it near me.
He's like, what are you doing in there? He's like, I'm making meth. And they're like, okay, well, you better sell it to some poor folk to fucking discriminate against them more.
Right?
He's like, all right.
And the Colombian fucking Geico gecko fucking MJ, she's, like, twiddling herself, drawing shit. about,
And she hates on them. She's like, y'all are creeps. And she's like, well, why do you sit with us? He's like, because I don't have any friends, and I'd rather fucking at least sit next to the creep so people avoid me.
Yeah, right?
That's what it seemed like she was saying.
As he was eating his hollow for lunch.
He's like, right? He's like, you want any of this?
You want some? She's like, no, I don't need purple ice cream, you fucking piece of shit.
He offers it to Peter, and he's like, bro, the shrimp still has its legs on it. I'm cool.
And then you see...
this is when they're in the fucking decathlon.
Yeah, now they're doing academic decathlon shit, and the African's like, vibranium! Minerals!
Like, yes!
Africa, right. Warlords, malnutrition.
How'd you know it was vibranium? He's like, because I worked there.
He was wearing a fucking Falcon Super Bowl champ shirt, right?
Right?
Tom Holland's like, dude, like Tom Brady won. He's like, fuck you!
Yeah, the Colin Kaepernick MVP fucking shirt.
Throws a spear at him. Just misses from his Spider-Man reflexes.
Right, and fucking Spider-Man, once again, being like a fucking loser. Yeah. He's like lying to the teacher. He's like, hey man, I got
He's holding his life apart. Like, he's literally putting his life on hold. Because he doesn't want to go to school anymore. In case Stark calls him, which he's told him like millions of times with all the times of harassing he's doing to Happy, like, bro, you're not doing shit.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's like, no, we will call you. Stop calling us. And he's like, all right, but when can I be an Avenger? And he's like putting his whole life aside because he tells this coach, who's I guess a teacher, the laziest or most dangerous teacher to be with at this school, because we'll get to that. But he's
he like wears Birkenstocks and smokes seeds, right?
Yeah.
He's an old school fucking hippie stoner.
He's like, I've lost some kids to syphilis, but we don't want to talk about that. But yeah, so he's basically telling me, he's like, well, the Stark internship, and like, I just don't think I can leave town for a weekend. What if Tony Stark needs me to help me fucking like beat Pepper or something?
Yeah.
He's like, well, what do you do at your internship?
And the Punjabi's like, I bet you've never fucking seen the tip of Stark's penis, and if you did, you wouldn't know what to do with it. He's like, well, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to Bollywood on it. What do you think I'm going to do, motherfucker?
He's like, I actually have a date. Black Widow's coming over to suck this brown dick.
Right?
He's like, you know what?
And what is her name? What is her? I don't want to call her Colombian guy
Liz.
anymore. Liz. No, not the actual chick he's after, the hot one, the other one.
MJ.
No, but what's her? What do they call her? Do they call her?
They didn't call her anything. They reveal her name at the end.
Right. And you just see Peter Parker leave, and what does he do for like the next 10 minutes? He just like gingerly hops at places.
And he harasses
Spider-Man's in a hurry to do nothing. Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to go harass the Puerto Rican now.
I wrote he was an Armenian.
They're speaking Spanish.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh. Because I wrote that like Peter Parker goes in, he's like, hey man, you gonna butcher that cat and make some hummus out of it and charge me $10 for it? He's like, of course I will. I'll do a spinning folk dance while you do it.
No, what was his order too? He's like, yo, let me get tuna with like 13 pickles on it, and can you smash it real flat so I can put it in my crotch while I swing around? He's like, it'll make it look bigger.
That is what because MJ like called him out, right, about something he quit. He's like, yeah, didn't he quit volleyball because his dick fucking was too small for the Spanx?
Yeah, every time his shorts went up, people laughed at him.
It's like, oh, it means I gotta change my suit.
Oh, God. Yeah, then Peter...
He's like, all I got is $5 for you, right? That's what a hooker allowance gives you.
He's like, yeah, well, I've seen your mom before, and I fucking banged her. He's like, yeah, and I banged your daughter. So, give me this fucking sandwich. He's like, all right, get the fuck out of here, you scamp.
Yeah, and then he goes into Spider-Man mode, which is sort of cool, right? Because there's no explanation to it, so there's no bullshit. There's no, like, teen drama. The only teen drama he has is like, fuck, I haven't gotten any pussy and I never will, so I hope this senior throws me a bone, right?
He's like, let me just hop into my suit real quick, which is a cool suit. It's all loose and shit, and he just hits the button.
Yeah. He fucks up some dude that takes a bike, and he doesn't find the rightful owner, so he fail, number one. He assaults an Asian.
He assaults an Asian, and it wakes up Stan Lee.
With his new, like, ling nom noodle fucking meal, and he's like, oh, man, you spilled it all over my car, you fucking asshole.
He's like, bro, this is my car.
And even Stan Lee's like, oh, don't make me come out there and shoot my kidney stone at you.
He's like, you better not be black, or I'll fucking underwrite you as a shitty character.
How fucking demented is Stan Lee? He's like, what, there's 3 of these fuckers now? Shit. Last time I remember, I was drinking Hulk's piss from a Gatorade bottle.
Made
me a fucking superhero.
I'm pretty sure Spider-Man fought the Green Goblin and I was like a fucking janitor at one point.
My prostate was a grape, now it's a grapefruit. That's how I progressed in my life.
Jesus.
I tried to draw another comic, I got a brain aneurysm.
I don't even remember these characters' names
Why does he need to make a new comic? He's profited off them for fucking 60 years.
He's made like
he's gone broke 3 different times.
Yeah, he's made like no money.
It's like, all right, we're gonna have to do him without color.
It's like, how do you have no money, Stan Lee's like, because I never actually owned Marvel.
Right? So everyone essentially fucking hates him, right?
Yeah. Essentially, yeah, because
he even webs his African friend in case he overstays his student visa.
Right? He's like, one day there will be a wall made of web around you. I'll send your ass back home.
Yeah, and he fucking harasses Happy. He's like, hey, Happy, I just wanted you to hear me jerk off in my suit because it sounds kind of funny.
He's like, yeah.
And if you need me to fight that African again, I think it'll be important for me to leave school to do that. Because he just doesn't want to go to fucking school anymore. He doesn't want to come home to his aunt blowing dudes for money.
Well, exactly.
Because in case you didn't know, she's fucking hot, man.
He's like, can you just make me an Avenger already? And while we're doing this, I'm going to fidget around with an important-ass tool that could reveal my identity. And then somehow that is going to cause me to fucking see a bank robbery.
Well, and we didn't talk about this earlier, like, his fat Filipino friend, of course, being the feminine bitch that he is, like, he is a lot of the reason why Peter Parker has, like, social and identity problems.
Well, yeah, because he's like, I don't know if I should hang out with fucking this Asian anymore.
Well, no, he just is like, bro, no one likes Peter Parker, so just show up as Spider-Man.
Yeah, he does say
and
that.
Like, I'm going to tell everyone you are Spider-Man eventually. I'm going to fart it out. I'm sorry.
Oh, God, yeah, he
Do you not notice that, like, when I stand up and I'm trying to rest, I put my wrist behind my hips? I'm a fucking gay ass, all right? And, you know, this is sort of cool. Like, that whole little Spider-Man scene was sort of cool. Because it was funny. It wasn't like he was almighty Spider-Man. It was like, dude, you're not doing anything. You fucking suck.
He basically got his ass whooped. And this is how much the town...
He got his ass whooped. Everyone just hates him.
Oh,
Everything he's tried to do, he fails.
I thought you meant the Spider-Man scene where he's fighting the bank robbers.
Oh, yeah, because he sees the bank robbers dressed up the Avengers. Oh, that's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
And they have Mortal Kombat weapons, right? Or Ghostbusters weapons, whatever the fuck those are.
It was a Ghostbusters weapon because it literally held him in place midair. He's floating around.
That shit was cool, though.
That was a cool fight, but
all the action scenes are cool. They're just not like ridiculously impressive. But at the same time, what fucking Marvel movies, other than things with Captain America, are?
Exactly.
They all just sort of look stupid.
Well, what's funny too is like, especially in this one, as cool as the scene was, it really also showed how much of an idiot Peter Parker is.
Wait, hold on. Next, before we go on to that, the dude's name is Mr. Dunbar. So is he really Spanish or is he like Peruvian?
I don't know. Yeah.
That's not really Mexican, bro.
Well, he's something fucking... Well, I said he's Puerto Rican.
I think he's Armenian.
He's
brown and he wears gold. He's Armenian.
And he's a fedora. So that could be...
Yeah, but anyways, go to your point.
That could be Armenian, Italian, or Puerto Rican at that point.
Yeah, either way, they like fennel in their sausage.
Yeah, but yeah, Spider-Man was just an idiot. Instead of showing up and just handling the situation, he has to do a pose.
Yeah.
Then he just gets his ass...
But that is Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, but did he have to get his ass kicked, too?
Did he get his... Yeah, I mean, he sort of just dips. He fucks them up, and then he leaves.
Well, no,
he's like, oh, Mr. Dunbar's there. I could probably steal some hummus and System of a Down CDs while he's coughing.
He almost fucks up, then he saves the dude. And the whole fucking town has footage of this, right?
Yeah.
No one says, hey, if Spider-Man fucked up and like almost blew this dude's shop up. They're all like, hey, Spider-Man saved this dude from a burning shop.
So that was my question, right? Like what you said. He's sanctioned here, then. He's okay to help here. Because when he goes to DC and he climbs the giant penis, they fucking are like, where's your fucking identity?
Yeah.
No one can climb this penis this easily.
Right, because War Machine... Well, he can't, actually. Never mind. I was going to say War Machine just doesn't fly out and arrest him, but he can't.
Yeah, he can't anymore.
So I guess
Unless he can just fly from his knuckles.
But Vision could.
Yeah.
But then no
Vision
one cares.
can think his way there.
Well, because Vision listens to Tony Stark, and Tony Stark listens to Tony Stark. So Tony Stark just told him, like, leave the kid alone.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He, like, literally, Vision is Tony Stark's little bitch.
Right? Jesus Christ.
And he put his little, like, clit diamond on his forehead, on his widow's peak. He's like, I was hoping I could make a black guy's hairline, but it just looks like this.
Right, and so then after this... What doesn't make sense is he calls Happy earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Right? And so after the...
Happy's like, dude, I don't have time for your Spider-Man faggotry.
Yeah, and so...
Like, honestly.
At this point, he calls Happy at night after the bank robbery, and Happy picks up.
Yeah.
And is like, hey, I'm hella busy. We're moving from Stark
I just finished an Asian massage, so hurry up.
He's like, dude, you know how hard it is to move all these useless fucking Iron Man suits? He's like, he won't turn
they're
them
actually
on.
showing how fucking annoying Iron Man shit could be.
He's literally like, he's not even turning the suits on. We know he can remote control all of them.
And that's when he tells him, like, yo, dude, he sold the Avengers Tower and he made a fucking profit off it. So if you don't understand what's really going on in these Avengers movies, there you go.
He's like, well,
he's Trump.
He's like, well, do you guys have a dorm for me in your weird cult prison? He's like, yeah, hopefully not, because I hate you.
Yeah. And seriously, call me back because I'm not going to fucking answer. Yeah, even though I'm fucking in charge of a 14-year-old kid.
Happy literally tells him to not call him back.
Yeah.
He's like, I know you're a fucking dangerous
Only Skype me when you're fucking that black girl, all right?
He's
like, oh, underage porn? He's like, yeah, I'm about it.
Is this why Happy keeps getting demoted? Because every time he's given responsibility, he fucks it up. He even says it to fucking Peter Parker at the end. He's like, dude, thank you so much for fucking coming through.
Right?
Because
it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, because otherwise Happy just neglected a 15-year-old superhero.
Oh, and every time he tries to do his own, like, private investigative work, he gets fucking blown up.
Oh, yeah, Happy does almost die.
And, so of course, Spider-Man, he has to, like, fucking fidget his way into his house. He's like, oh, Aunt May can't know! He's like, so he can just web her fucking mouth shut, right?
Right, and he's like, oh my god, just don't let me touch any of my fidget spinners.
Ned's dropped his tray of Punsit when he walked in.
Oh god, do you think he had some adobo with that?
I don't know, but adobo's delicious where I can't make fun of it.
Yeah, adobo is delicious.
It is still, like, jungly looking, though.
It's gross.
Like, their chicken, like Filipino chicken or Mexican chicken does not look like chicken.
Well, because
they look like baby hens.
Well, especially the way it's made, because they have it, like, made in the broth, right? So
yeah.
If they pour that shit over the rice, you're like, bro, who threw up on my plate?
That's why the skin tastes like already chewed Trident.
It's minty?
Like, it has that texture of it. No, just the texture.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, all Filipino food has, like, texture of gum. That's why their black tar soup is fucking disgusting.
Gross.
They're like, oh yeah, that's like, here you want to eat our egg with the chicken still in it, except for it's deformed and it like tried to get out of the egg, but we're torturous people, so we sell it like this.
It's like, or would you like an egg that we stuck in the ground and left to rot? Or would you like?
That is the same egg.
Well, yeah, but they have them without the chicken.
Bro, they have it with the hairs.
Yeah. It's like, would you like a pickled egg? Or would you like an egg that's not quite all the way hard-boiled so that the soft is still jelly? Or the middle is still jelly?
Well, if you put on feminine sandals, you'll eat it either way.
Exactly.
Yeah, and apparently, what'll make you feel more Filipinos if you go to the bathroom and not use the toilet paper. You just take your hand and splash the toilet water up your ass.
Gross. That one's gross.
And, that's when Peter Parker's like, if she sees me do it, like, oh my god, she won't let me spray my jizz everywhere.
He literally
She'll make me clean it up.
He shook like, so much.
Do you know how much it is to clean it up when it crusts?
No, apparently it disappears in 2 hours.
No, it crusts up in 2 hours.
Oh, it'll become brittle in 2 hours. Then your hand will be free.
Yeah.
Gross.
So, like, Aunt May's like, dude, I've gone through, like, hundreds of towels. Like, what's going on?
He's like, I just can't stop jizzing.
He doesn't clean up his web. He leaves it for Aunt May. And he's like, yeah, she'll just think it's jizz. And she'll probably swallow it. She is a hooker, remember? She is a hooker.
Yeah, she is definitely a hooker.
And his Filipino friend's like, look, dude, I might be too feminine to keep this a fucking secret. And I'm at least telling the nursing program.
He's like, but, right?
Wait, you have a nursing program in high school? He's like, yeah, Filipinos think about the future.
He's like, I actually go to the community college to do it.
That's what the Filipinos do.
Yeah.
I took all my AP classes so I could just focus on nursing.
Nursing. I want to be the guy who sort of helps people. Well, it's funny, yeah, he's like, I can't keep a secret.
God.
And he's like, bro, why? And he's like, I don't know, I'm too fat. It just can't stay in. And he's like
yeah.
All right, well, I guess. He's like, but can you get the fuck out of my room? He's like, I don't know why the fuck you're in here. He's like, hey, but what about your internship? He's like, you're an idiot. That's why you're going to be a nurse.
He's like, all right, fine. If I'm not feminine enough to, like, let go of your secret, can I still wear the sandals and rest my hands on my waist? He's like, it's all right. If I see you do it around, like, straight girls, I'm going to shoot some web at you, all right?
Right.
And he's like, well, they all think it's cum, dude. And then he's like eating at a Chinese restaurant with his hooker mom. They have a weird like sexual relationship, right?
Yeah, she's
like, Gook, do you hate gooks? He's like not listening. She's like, Gook, how many times do I have to say Gook before you pay attention to me? He's like,
and then the waiter walks up and he's like, here's some rice pudding. And Peter Parker's like, well, that guy just gooked you.
Yeah, because he's like, it's sticky rice. It was originally rice before I came in it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, thanks, Liu Kang.
He's like, I don't know what that sauce is, but it's fucking gross. He's like, oh, no, don't worry. It's just Asian. It's all gross.
And of course, the Asian dude has to ask like informative questions, right? He's like, does webs shoot out of your ass, and how far does it shoot? Do you lay eggs?
He's like,
they're like, is it eggs my people will eat? He's like, no, there isn't like fucking live spiders in it, right?
He's like, have you ever seen Tony Stark take the Iron Man hand off and let it still jerk him off? He's like, yeah.
Do my people roast you and eat you? What does Hulk's taint smell like?
He's like,
I don't know, dude. I've never been under Hulk's taint, all right?
He's
just
like,
when he's a human.
He's like, do you think that the people that Asgardians braid their nutsack hair as well? It's like, yeah, maybe.
He's like, does Cap eat his meals out of his shield? Does he? He's like, no, only Filipino food, dude. It's the only place you can eat it. It's like, does Thor like little Asian boys? He's like, yeah, he likes little Asian boys, you fat fuck.
Yeah, he'll never come and help. He's like, do you think if I got bit by a spider, it would hurt and I could become Spider-Man? He's like, you will never be Spider-Man, and that spider is dead, and I make sure of it. And if it isn't, I'll go kill it now. We don't need fucking...
If you get bit by a spider, you'll turn into a fat caterpillar that can't move, all right? Because he does have, like, giant bison legs, right? The fat dude. Like, when he was, like, sitting Indian style on the bed, I couldn't even understand how he crossed his legs.
He looks like Jonah Hill, what Jonah Hill used to look like. God. Like in fucking Superbad.
Yeah, he does.
I hope he loses weight and becomes a Filipino nurse.
So people are not overhearing, because, you know, he asks, he's like, yo, can I at least be your nurse or your Asian tech? I'd prefer the nurse. It's more feminine for me.
You're right. Right. And no one overhears any of this, even though they say it in multiple situations where people should have overheard it.
Well, no, they first show the Captain America fucking sex tape video, whatever the fuck that is. They're not to have sex. He's like, look, if you don't have sex till you're 75, that'll make you a fucking superhero.
He's like, listen to me. I've been in the ice for like fucking 75 years.
Yeah, and then we cut over to the PE, the PE class scene. And, of course, no teachers watching them or giving a fuck because all these whores and the I am jazz transsexual, like, they're talking, they're like, yeah, you know what? I'd cradle Hulk's balls because they're probably very sensitive. I'd turn my body into Black Widows. I so badly want to have a pussy. And I'd kill Captain America because he's a man. Ew.
That's pretty much what it was like. And he's like, but what about Spider-Man?
She's like, ew, Spider-Man? You think of that old man cum you have to swallow? You see that shit crusting all over the city?
He's like, he's got to be at least like fucking 35 years old. So Peter Parker, no, fucking Ned hears this and he's like, he's not. Peter Parker knows. He went to his birthday.
And this cost him like his whole like... identity.
Right?
All of it. Because this is the scene that cost him the shit. Because he sang it in front of Liz, right? Because she was one of the whores talking to the I am jazz fucker.
Right?
What was up with that tranny kid?
Dude, I honestly thought, I was like, they had to make this so much
a diverse
tech school that they had an androgynous, possibly male or female character.
Yeah, and it couldn't just been the Filipinos, right? Because there are enough.
Yeah.
There are enough.
But yeah,
so his fat flip friend fucking exposes him.
He was a flap, too.
He was a flap.
And they're like, why don't you bring it to Liz's party you weren't even invited to, even though fucking an emo got invited to it.
Right?
That's how shitty
Punjabi, like, shoulder bumps him into a Bollywood dance, right?
Yeah,
he's like, see you then, Millimeter Peter.
He's like, diddly-da-ba-wa.
He's like, yeah, I work out in my Gucci loafers. I wear no socks either.
He's like, dude, what's up with my outfit? I don't know. Everyone else is wearing gym clothes. I had to be stylish. It's Gucci, bruh.
So the next scene they're going to, Liz's party now, right? Because apparently that was the whole thing, is that he's supposed to bring Peter Parker to this fucking party.
Yeah.
Very easy thing to follow. Just high school bullshit, right? Except for his high school is a bunch of retard brown and beige tech people.
Yeah, Ned is looking like a fucking Indiana Jones.
Well, yeah, because, like, May tries to talk to him, right? She's like, dude, control yourself in there because I see her cum all over your fucking room and it's getting hard. I'm worried your penis is chafing, baby. It's a flower.
He's like, I know she's like, I know your love for masturbation is flowering.
And he's like, and she tells Ned, he's like, hey, that hat makes you look like a fob. He's like, oh, thanks, it gives me confidence.
He's like, I know it's
Yans. Liches.
He's like, I want to look like a kung fu character. All right, well, get the fuck out of my car.
Yeah, his friend is a fat flip asshole anyways. I don't care.
Yeah.
Man, I'm Filipino, so I can say whatever the fuck I want, bitch.
And she's like, fucking, get the fuck out of my car. You're making it smell like fucking Lupia.
Yeah. She's like, it's going to take me a week to scrub out that fish noodle grease you left in the back.
Gross. So they go to the party.
I told you to stop cooking in my back seat. That's what Filipinos do. They cook in the car on the way to the party as they show up 3.5 hours late.
They have a fucking induction burner back there. It's battery powered. Yeah, so they hit the party.
And, like, I think it's just sort of where Peter Parker realizes that he's friends with a fat Filipino because no one fucking likes him, right?
Yeah, they avoid him like the fucking plague, and even as Filipino, as no one likes him.
Like, dude, no one wants Peter here. We want Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's like, okay. He was like, just fly and give me a fist bump. We'll both be cool, but I'll be even cooler.
So was Ned trying to put down Peter so he can, like, keep rolling Lumpia with him for the next 10 years?
Well, no,
Does he want him to have a shitty life so that when he's a stay-at-home dad for his wife being a nurse, he can, like, hang out with him and spin yo-yos, whatever the Filipinos do, pretend to play basketball and smoke Newports?
Being a true nurse, what I think actually happened is he's like, well, I can measure up the dosage I need of coolness to actually raise to the top, and it's one Spider-Man fist bump every 4 hours.
And the Punjabi's like, where's your friend Spider-Man, huh? Blowing Tony Stark?
It's like, what's up, Penis Parker? He's like, I'm Punjab Flash, and I'm a DJ now.
And remember... Oh, God.
This is my daddy's DJ equipment.
You're like, yeah, the whole table's full of Crown Royal. That's what my people drink.
Oh, God.
We have our own provinces in Canada. Did you know that? We're the Mexicans of Canada.
So
that's what they are. Anyways, yeah, and of course, Peter stupidly listens to his fat friend, because in the beginning, his fat friend's like, why don't you just shoot your web in the air, like, as far as you can and see if it fucking hits anything?
He's like, all right, I'll give that
That's
a
what
shot.
He does.
Well, yeah.
He runs on the golf course. He's like, go! And it, like, doesn't do anything.
Right,
like,
he just watches it, and he's
flip.
like, oh, yeah, that's what happens. So, yeah, he starts running to a weapons deal between Donald...
which is half of the movie. Is Spider-Man running in a Spider-Man costume, which, honestly, I sort of like.
Yeah.
I sort of like him just doing shit as Spider-Man, instead of him just being like, hey, I know you're never going to see the webs going, but I'm swinging on something.
Right.
I shot my web in a fucking old lady's upper mouth, and I'm swinging off of it. She's dead.
That was funny is, like, so if you ever played the games on the PS2, in the first one, it's literally that. It's like, my web is going in the air. The second one, which is probably the rawest Spider-Man game ever, you actually had to be around something you could web.
Yeah.
It made sense.
Yeah. Or you can, like, web yourself on a Jamie Foxx's teeth, and those could fucking hold 3,000 pounds worth of weight.
Jesus. Someone doesn't like Jamie Foxx's
teeth. I love Jamie Foxx. He's the fucking... He might be the greatest entertainer of all time.
Just not his teeth.
He makes black people laugh. He makes black people watch his movies. And he sings for black people.
Well, he does all that for black people. And in terms of white people, he makes them less afraid of black people.
Yeah, he does.
So good for him.
Yeah, good job, Jamie.
But yeah, so Spider-Man stumbles his way, because he does stumble his way, into a fucking weapons deal with Childish Gambino.
Yeah, like... Him and Dave Chappelle are like, yo, dude, like, wait, there's 2 black dudes in a Marvel scene? What the fuck's going on? He's like, nah, man, I'm Childish Gambino. It only counts like as 1/4. We got 1 1/4.
He's like, and though you've never seen me play this character before in any media.
He's stoned as fuck.
I'll be a fucking thug.
He's stoned.
He's a stick-up man.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that was actually one of the truly funny parts of the movie. He's like, yo, like, I'm looking for this to stick up someone, not shoot him back in time, you fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. It's 1 to 9, bro. Jesus.
Yeah, they're showing him, like, alien weapons. He's like, bro, you don't have a fucking pistol you can sell me or something? Jesus Christ. I don't need a death grenade. I don't need to fucking blow someone's block up.
Yeah, right?
He's like, but you could if you wanted to. He's like, but I don't. I just want to make money.
And then Tom Hardy turns around, like, and he shoots up Spider-Man, right? And that's the whole van scene.
Yeah, they chase him in the van. He's like, "Oh man, Peter Parker!
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
swing around, do a Ferris Bueller scene.
And now let me." And he runs after the van.
I'm gonna raid through this greasy Italian party with fennel sausage and Smirnoff and folded slices of pizza. Yeah, that was that whole scene, right? Then his fat Filipino friend calls him. He's like, "Hey, dude, you know what? The hat's not working. They think I'm Jackie Chan in Shanghai Nights."
He's like, "Bro, you need to come help me." He's like, "Dude, it ain't gonna work." He's like, "You know what? Let's just go home and meet up tomorrow, and we'll fucking build this death."
So yeah, I'll roll the lumpias by myself, asshole.
He's like, and maybe, you know what? I'll just roll one around my dick. You won't even be able to eat it.
And I can't see it anyway, so who cares?
Because
maybe I'll stick it in the fryer.
Are they implying that they are questionably gay together? Because when
I don't know,
May walks in and Peter Parker's naked.
She's like, "Can you put your pants on this time? Like, I'm getting tired of this shit."
Yeah, he's like, "I know you guys roll lumpia, but can you stop rolling dick?"
Yeah, and that's when you see Vulture come through, right? And he fucks up Spider-Man, of course, and just literally puts a parachute in front of Spider-Man. He's like, I'm too jittery to figure this out. He just falls in water. That's essentially what happens, and Iron Man has to save his ass.
Yeah.
Right? Which isn't really Iron Man, it's just an Iron Man suit showing forever that Robert Downey Jr. can make millions for 40 years. Just being a fucking character.
What I didn't get about this, too, is Robert Downey Jr., what was he doing? Because he was at a party. Then he was arguing with Spider-Man
He's
at a party.
trading weapons for laborers and elephants.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I had the rat treatment, which is like them chewing through my beard to make my new shape.
And then he just drives off from the party.
Yeah. He's drinking camel piss in Bombay, too. He's like, these are my people.
But yeah, what does he tell Spider-Man? He basically tells him, like, dude, stop being a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
He's like, just stop it. I get it.
Well, first off, he's like, hey, dude, your dick's looking a little small in that spandex, so here's a heater.
Jesus Christ.
He shows him a heater, right?
Yeah.
That shit was kind of sick.
That is
just his suit was sick.
And but again, Tony Stark being a super asshole who makes bad decisions, he doesn't tell him how to use it.
Yeah,
That you can even use it. He just thinks it's a suit.
Yeah, right?
That's it.
And he's like, look, trust me, if Cap wanted to fuck you up, he would have fucked you up. All right? So stop thinking you did anything important. You just shot your jizz everywhere and pissed people off. And you beat Ant-Man, which, like, God, I could do with, like, my shit.
Right? And
no one gives a fuck, right? And then he's like, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, and he's like, well, when can I be a fucking Avenger? He's like, maybe if you ever fucking listen to me for once. How about that?
Yeah. He's like, I'm telling you not to do one fucking thing. One.
And you're already
Leave it the fuck alone. He's like, well, I figured if I sound more like jittery and anxious, you would listen to me.
He's like, dude, there's people who are better than you that can handle this. He's like the Hulk? He's like, well, a little below his pay grade. But, yeah.
Then you see his, DJ Poon Flash, whatever he said. He's like, when I say Poon, you say Jobby.
Yeah.
He's like, when I say chicken, you say curry.
Right? He's like, when I say lamb, you say kebab.
Oh, God. Yeah, and so fucking Spider-Man finds the Mace Windu saber crystal, right? The weapon. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm going to take this home and work on it in front of my fucking teachers because they don't give a shit. Which is like, how did he even get that in the school? My question.
Yeah, I don't know. His backpack, I guess?
They didn't have?
Yeah.
Remember, didn't he lose his backpack?
Well, she had to buy him another one. She had to suck like 3 more
dicks. She said, because that was weird. When they were talking about it in the Chinese restaurant, after Liu Kang gave her the came-on rice.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was like, yeah, by the way, I need a new backpack. She's like, oh, that's 5. She said, that's 5. I was like, wait, is that the amount of dick she's going to have to suck to get him another backpack? That sucks.
Essentially, yes.
Because they are poor, and she has a hooker.
Well, they're poor, but they live in New York, so instead of moving to a cheaper place and maybe not going to private school, they just live a poor life.
That's true. Okay. And yeah, and then you see Keaton, come back from his fucking pilot fantasy, right? He's like, oh, yeah, I just feel like I'm in fucking Vietnam, shooting them down.
Well, that's what's funny.
He's like, quit looking at my dick. And the guy's like, oh, sorry, if you leave it out, I'm going to be curious about it.
He's like, your wife called. She wants to know when you'll stop being a faggot.
Then we talked to Ernie. He looked like fucking Bert.
Yeah,
he looks like Bert.
Fucking
Michael Keaton is a fucking ghoulish, ugly motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, he's gross.
He is a tree. He's a walking tree.
Is he really alive?
You can actually tell by how many years he is old by his fucking wrinkles on his face.
His rings. Can you cut him in half? Probably.
Well, yeah. I mean,
so this fool fucking argues with the Shocker. Which is the bearded fucking... He is... What did you say his name was? Tom Hardy. Yeah. Tom Hardy. I was going to say Tom Arnold this time. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and he's like, dude, you're going around there being fucking reckless. You want to call yourself the Shocker? He's like, we're not fucking villains, you asshole.
He's like, remember, we were only doing this to fix my wrinkles.
Yeah.
We had no point to this shit.
He's like, I'm trying to get Botox and navigate a complicated biracial relationship.
Haven't you seen? I've, stapled my eyebrows up so I look more like the Grinch.
And the dude's
we gotta remember, we gotta ruin the Who's Christmas, all right?
And that's when fucking Tom Hardy is like, dude, I'm done with the Whoville. He's like, I'm walking out of this. And he's like, fine,
I want to drive a normal car, all right?
Yeah,
because he was bragging about it as the van was halfway blown the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like, did you see that shit, bro? That was wicked. He's like, fine, get the fuck out of here if you don't want to fight the Who's.
He's like, my black wife would be ashamed of me right now if I didn't clap you.
Yeah, and he does. On accident, too.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought that was the anti-gravity gun.
That was a kill a motherfucker gun, right?
Yeah, that was the kill a motherfucker gun.
And Tom Hardy, threatens to, the only reason why he did that because Tom Hardy was threatening to snitch.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, what if I told your black wife? He's like, I guarantee Stella get her groove back.
Groove all over my fucking face.
He's like, and I know Tyrese. I have his number.
Gross.
And so, yeah, he kills him, and Michael Keaton just sort of doesn't give a fuck, and he gives the weapon to Chappelle. He's like, here, don't leave to Africa with it, all right?
Right? He's like, get the fuck out of here. And you're going to go find some shit for me.
Yeah.
In Africa. This is how you're going to fight through the mines.
That's when you see, Parker working on his weapon in his demented teacher's wood shop, right?
Right, and he's
His teacher's fucking has straight dementia, bro.
Right, because as he, almost just blows the weapon up, the dude's like, yeah, just stop trying to cut yourselves, you fucking emos. It's like, if you're going to do it, at least do it when I'm on my break.
And, of course, the Filipino knows things about technology, right?
He's like, oh, yeah, that's what I use to charge my fucking vibrator. He's like, they're combining our sex technology with theirs, and he's like, that is the sexiest sentence anyone has ever said.
He's like, keep your fingers away from the blades unless it's near my saggy balls.
Yeah,
right.
And what does Peter Parker do? He just hammers the thing out.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck. He just hammers it out. He doesn't even try to disassemble it.
Right? And Dave Chappelle and Lackey number 5 go with him to go, they now go to a high school looking for fucking weapons, right?
Yeah.
Because no one gives a fuck in this high school where they can just show up.
Dude, no one said shit.
This high school, was this a joke?
Yeah,
Was this supposed to be a fucking joke?
Because they come through with the actual Ghostbusters technology. And that's what they're using to look for the fucking alien technology.
Yeah, because it's like some fucking Zoolander school.
Right?
It is a true Zoolander school.
What was up with this shit, too? Because they're, hiding behind the thing, right? As
and
they
Fat
see them.
Flip and Fuckboy Flip, they have a little Filipino liche moment, right? They're
Yeah.
like, hey, let's speak Tagalog to annoy people and make them think we're in the jungle.
It's like, what are you doing in there? He's like, chess. And he's like, all right, dude, cool. Filipinos.
Hey, remember Pacquiao? He's like, no, I don't. He's like, yeah, it sucks. It's our only celebrity.
So, yeah, the two...
Who is their celebrity? Like, half of Rob Schneider, Manny Pacquiao, and some, gay comedian. That's it?
Coy?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gay.
Is that the only...
The only ones
Filipino?
we would know? Yeah. Sure, there's a couple that sing some pretty songs that they do at karaoke. But yeah, so yeah, the lackeys follow... No, they don't follow him into the... Who follows who in this situation?
He follows him.
He follows them, yeah. And they're, looking for him, and they just give up.
They don't just give up. They threaten to fucking shoot him. They're going to pull out guns and shoot motherfuckers in a school.
Yeah,
kids.
They're like... Yeah, what do you think?
Presumably kids.
He's like, what do you think Vulture would do if he knew we were going to shoot kids? He's like, hey, as long as you protect my black one, I don't care.
He's like, yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to go to Africa anyways.
Yeah.
So he drops the spider tracker on him, right?
Yeah.
And as they sit around and fucking jerk off and eat Doritos out of each other's ass for a minute, and they found out he went to D.C., so Spider-Man's like, oh, yeah, I guess I'll join school again to be Spider-Man. Hey, can I be on the debate team? Can you kick off the debating?
Yeah, they
yeah.
immediately, this goes to show you, even though fucking Peter Parker is not well liked, he must be really smart, because they're immediately like, all right, debating, get the fuck out of here.
And the African's like, minerals, malnutrition, yeah.
He's like, go back to the Emirates.
He's like, Idris Elba will play me in the future.
Right, and so then...
and that's when you see MJ, she's like, yeah, I want to get some light LGBTF protesting before the comp.
The teacher is literally doesn't give a shit. He's like, okay, American, cool, do whatever you want.
Yeah, lesbians, I don't really give a fuck.
So then on the bus they're practicing, and he decides, hey, I'm just going to go call Happy. Or no, right. Happy calls him.
Yeah.
And Happy's like, bro, why'd you leave City? Why'd you leave New York City? He's like, bro,
Why'd you leave City?
Yeah, why'd you leave City? In this comic book, that's what it's called. And he's like, dude, I'm a free person. And he's
right? I can go places for school.
He's like, well, I need to clear it. And that actually sounds pretty reasonable.
He's like, I don't really give a fuck anyway. Stop fucking calling me.
He's like, you are a free person. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, can you see the black girl's ass yet? He's like a picture of that. And the Filipino makes him feel bad now, even though he's been the asshole the whole fucking time. He's like, why, dude, why are you lying to Iron Man? And Spider-Man's like, dude, have you seen what Iron Man does to people?
Right?
I'll lie to him whatever the fuck I want. He fucking lies to everyone. He makes douchebag decisions, and he keeps sending my aunt dick pics.
That's
right.
His
fucking stenciled pube hair. It's fucking pissing me off.
He's like,
actually.
And now we're finding out he has a fucking tracker in my suit so they can look at my penis when I don't know. It's like, we need to get this shit out of here.
Yeah, realistically, is he being an asshole? Kind of, but Tony Stark is like, what the fuck is he doing with this kid at the same time?
Right?
He's sort of like, all right, bro, you built this for a reason, so...
Right, that's right. And so basically they go through his suit and try to rip off the fucking tracker, and they find out he has a training wheels program on there.
Yeah.
So the suit should be way rawer, but Tony Stark's too fucking stupid to let him use it.
Yeah. And he left his, every time that he wants to come, instead of giving variations to come, he just has to come one way.
Yeah.
That's his potty train the old shit.
It's like
I don't know what else did it do for him other than the web.
It has a voice tracker. Basically all the tech,
all the camera shit.
Yeah.
And what else? The spider.
Oh, the drone. Yeah.
So all that shit was dope. So they turn off his shit and it hydras up, whatever the fuck it does.
Yeah.
Tesseracts up. So he put the Tesseract technology in that.
I think it just glows.
Oh, all right. God. Yeah, so, Liz is walking by with her hot ass.
Dude,
she was fucking hot.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that these directors keep trying to make high school kids hot.
Well, I mean, she's not really a high school kid. At least I don't think so.
I don't know.
And if she is under 17 in real life, so what? She's like, I heard at a TED Talk we had an orgy in a pool. It won't mean anything.
He's like,
so here's this candy bar. It's probably worth more than your whole fucking life.
He's like, it actually is. And orgies are really important to you, aren't they? And she's like, I'm just thinking about our future. He's like, okay, well, whatever. I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
And he purrs out for a minute and, jerks off in his suit to them swimming, right?
He, looks down her top.
It's like every time I jerk off, I take off my mask. Just the mask.
Yeah, and this is when he finds out the suit's tech.
Right?
And that
she's like, I can make you jerk off and come in 500 ways. She's like, we have the old man dust, the sprinkler, the chunky cottage cheese.
Do you have any cum that'll stop crime? It's like, oh, I know just what you need.
I have electrifying cum.
He's like, oh, that'll stop crime. Fuck it, right?
And it's like, it's like a dumb bitch that buys a new car that doesn't understand any of the buttons, right? She's like, well, what does this do? Oh,
he's like, oh,
puts my car in turbo speed.
So what does it do when I walk? It's like, well, you walk, fucking moron. He's like,
she's like, hey, there's a couple brown guys over there. You want me to instant kill them?
He's like, whoa.
Start to set this setting.
He's like, I didn't know my suit was gonna be racist.
Oh, God. Yeah, Chappelle is like, yeah, we going to keep getting rich and drinking foes of these lean. You know what I mean?
Never knew.
Who is that guy? He looks like Ving Rhames' son, but I can't fucking tell who he is.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like Ving Rhames and Chappelle, mixed Siemens in one chick.
Oh, gross.
And then it becomes Green Goblin, right? Because Vulcan is... Vulcan, I can't call him fucking Vulcan. Voltron. What is he? What's his name? Vulture.
Yeah, he flies in and takes out a Tony Stark. No. Well, I guess it is Tony Stark because it's owned by the fucking cleanup crew.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man hops out. He's like, that's some Metaphase Siemens shifter, right?
He's like,
we'll know this.
He's like, this is something I've seen on TV once. It's like, sure, whatever, Spider-Man.
Yeah, and he tries to fight Vulture, and it just basically becomes a Green Goblin scene. Bro, this is fucking Green Goblin.
This is because Vulture can fly and he cannot.
Yeah.
And that's just pretty much makes it, that's his advantage.
His webs do absolutely nothing, and apparently they had, the premature ejaculating web because it, fucking shot hella fast in nowhere.
Yeah, it did.
He's like, come on! I've come before. On my mom. Or my aunt.
I'm always coming on my mom. Or my aunt. I come on my mom's grave, then I come on my aunt.
Oh.
Gross.
Love it.
And
then on Uncle Ben. He made shitty rice. It pissed me off.
Yeah, this was the gravy for the biscuits.
I don't like packet rice.
Gross. But yeah, the way the fight ends is Spider-Man literally knocks himself out.
Yeah.
Because the dude knocks the shit.
Apparently he didn't know what the fucking Matterface shifter was because he fucking tried to jump up and murdered himself.
Yeah, he did. He knocked himself clean out for a day.
And he thinks it's real superhero bullshit cartoon shit. He's like, they have a fucking evil air somewhere and I'm gonna web all over it.
It's like, they must. Well, speaking of...
apparently it's just the Vault damage control keeps Tony Stark's beard shape ideas and Cap's virginity. Well, his blueprints for his fucking beard.
And his blueprints for his virginity. And of course,
how are we gonna rape Cap?
Like any
the hardest guy
movie.
to rape in the world. Imagine if Cap went to jail. No one would fuck with Cap. Because A, they'd be like, it's an honor. And B, the ones that are trying to kill him, he just mollywop everybody.
That, and if you tried to stick your dick in his ass, he'd just clench it so hard your dick broke off.
Yeah, he would.
That's the American way. But yeah, just like any fucking other intro movie, they have to show him coming into terms with his powers.
Right.
Which I guess they're like, okay, we didn't...
He's like, all right, let's try all the Siemens now, and I'll jump rope with it.
He's like, oh, that's a semen bomb, that's electric semen, there's semen balls, we got semen...
He jumped rope with his own cum, dude. That was gross.
He did do that. He made a hammock with his own cum. And he's sitting there, talking to...
He's like, hey, you want to, hear, can I have a girl voice in the background when I masturbate?
Right? And he's...
I think I'm going to tell Liz that I like black girls.
Well, I think that's what he is, because the suit's like, well, tell her.
Yeah.
She's dating a white man. That's a come up.
She's like, you actually have like a nice body. I mean, a really small dick, but a nice body.
Yeah, I don't get how you're so ripped, but all right. Apparently, just being bitten by a spider makes you ripped.
But like steroids, just shrinks your balls and your cock.
Well, that's when.
So you just wind up having Chow's cock from Hangover.
Yeah. And that's when Spider-Man realizes the little piece of glowy thing he hammered around was a fucking bomb.
Right? And he's like, oh, his Filipino greasy food's on his fingertips. It's going to activate it.
He's like, I've got to get out. I've got to do something smart.
Right? So he opens it with a fucking TI-83.
Yeah, he does.
Because his fucking hooker mom's allowance couldn't, like, get him a TI-89.
Couldn't get him a fucking laptop. But
or a TI-89. He had to add a TI-83.
Yeah, he had to have the black one, not the white one. Sad Peter Parker.
Yeah, so he's trying to make sure his Filipino stubby fingers don't trigger the bomb, right? And they're at the Akadeka shit, and MJ is like,
Did you just call it
0.
Akadeka?
Akadeka.
It's a academic decathlon. Akadeka is sick, though.
It is. That's what they call it.
Oh, that's what they called it? Oh, that went over to my head.
No, not the movie. That's what people call it.
Oh, is
Akadeka,
it? Oh.
Yeah. You weren't smart, asshole.
I never heard of that shit. I just thought you...
Yeah, no, they're an Akadeka comp. And MJ is like 0. That's the lines in our movie.
Right? It's like, how can I deliver this flatly? Oh, yeah, 0. Yeah.
And the teacher's like, oh, you should celebrate. She's like, I don't want to celebrate something that was made by slaves. That like, black guy over there is going to jump you with his other black friends and put it on World Star.
Right, and the black guy just looks at him like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay.
And then they go up, the giant Washington penis, right? And the Lunesta snorting security guard, she's like, yeah, this does look like a giant dick when you're high.
Right? And as he's fucking
the African's like, we're going to die like Mandela.
He's like, trapped in a prison even though he didn't die.
Yeah, because the elevator starts fucking up, right?
Yeah.
Was it the Filipinos bomb?
The elevator didn't fuck up. The Filipinos fucking coconut bomb went off in the elevator and it fucked up.
Yeah, it did.
And
she's like, and the lady, like, it explodes like a line through it or whatever, and they, the security guard's like, yeah, as bad as that scene, when you're high, you can actually be pretty calm.
She's like, don't worry, guys, bombs go off in this thing all the time.
And Spider-Man climbs the penis, and she's like, and yeah, the security guard again, she's like, you're this stoned, you don't care if you live or die.
She's like, just let it be over. Let us all die. Even the teacher's like, yeah, I'm going to die too.
I did the same one Norco she did.
Yeah. So Spider-Man does some spiders.
He climbs the penis.
Yeah.
And Washington, D.C. is like, all right, we don't want this Spider-Man faggotry around our parts.
Yeah, he's like, New York might handle this shit, but we don't. Send the choppers. We'll fucking shoot you if you do anything.
The Punjabi's like, I just need to get through and I can jump and my magic carpet will catch me. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, and then Spider-Man, he fucking... this was actually a pretty cool scene. Because this is where he, like, is sort of scared. And the suit's sort of like, dude, I know you have a small dick, but, like, you're fucking Spider-Man. Just shoot a web and grasp back onto it and fucking stick to it.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I can do that.
He's like, and by the way, if you're stupid enough to, like, jump off it where you can't do that, you fucking forgot to activate your parachute again, you fucking idiot.
Right? He's like, yeah. I didn't even know I had to activate that shit. Thought it happened.
I actually tore it apart so I can make it for more clothes. So I have no more fucking clean clothes left.
He's like,
I wear the suit half the time.
You know how many times my mom has had to whore herself out for some dickies? It's disgusting, and I hate her.
Yeah, and he sounds, he saves the elevator and he sounds like a greasy Italian, right? He's like, bobbity boo, bobbity boo.
He's like, your neighborhood Spider-Man. Hey, you're black.
Hey, flip guy, stop moving around. Those bicep legs are going to knock us down. Throw some pepperoni slice. It's not yeah.
Like, hey, maybe if you just work out a minute. Stop eating all that pancit. That's what happened.
Right, and the elevator drops and he saves all the people, right? And he saves Liz with his, like, hanging jizz on her hand.
Yeah,
that was fucking gross.
He goes
to connect my jizz together.
He goes to do the upside-down Spider-Man kiss, and he just fucking eats it.
I sort of like that.
Yeah. I like how the Punjab
She was like, dude, you already came in my hand. You don't need a fucking... kiss, you jackass.
Right, and fucking, I like how the Punjab just comes out. He's like, hey, you know Penis Parker?
You know him like I know Jafar?
He's like,
yeah. I know him in real life.
He's like, oh, shit. That's why you're so evil.
And then we cut back to Keaton in his evil lair fucking telling his dog what to do, trying to fuck up the Whovilles Christmas, right?
Yeah, he's like, 8 fucking years, and all they had to do was sing a song.
I'm tired of eating glass, damn it.
He's like, I'm tired of living in a trash compactor. And he's like, no, but yeah, they're like, we're
And you see the black guy, he's like, yo, I could be the next Mayweather with this shit.
He's like,
Money
right?
Mayweather, motherfucker.
He's like, well, how the fuck are we going to get more supplies? He's like, look, dude, I don't really know.
Yeah, he's like, this small dick spider faggot keeps stopping me. It's giving me more wrinkles around my lips.
Right? He's like, but what is he?
I'm starting
What
to,
is he?
That vulture's starting to vacuum the life out of me, that's for sure. Because wasn't he like, it was like a fucking vacuum, right? When he was getting shit?
Oh,
he literally used a vacuum.
Yeah, a vacuum seal so that it wouldn't set off the pressure alarms of the plane.
That's how interesting Vulture is.
Yeah. He is the
He's a Dyson in a suit.
He's a fucking vacuum. Jesus
and
Christ.
you see the news of all the shit of all the kids and the Africans like, there was minerals everywhere. Jizz and minerals.
Right? And that's when fucking Peter Parker's walking around the school like, yeah, I'm a fucking superhero. Everybody loves Spider-Man.
And yeah, and he tells the Flip, he's like, hey man, you can keep going. I know you got to get through nursing, but I'm out.
He's like,
fuck
I'm
school.
done.
He's sort of like, dude, you want to be a high school dropout now, you fucking scumbag?
He's like, at least graduate high school, and if you want to take care of kids, marry a Filipino lady.
And he's like, dude, you know what? My aunt's a hooker. How much better do you expect me to be? I don't have parents. They're dead.
Right?
And I'm friends with a fat Filipino. I'm miserable. Jesus.
And this is when he gets detention for skipping the debate team and going to a different city.
Right.
Which he should have gotten expelled
And his principal
for.
is a Hun.
Yeah.
He was the Tokyo Drift bad guy, bro. I know it. The Tokyo Drift bad guy. He was. I swear.
The main guy from Tokyo Drift.
The main bad guy. The Asian guy.
I have no clue.
That was raping a 17-year-old. He's like, yeah, I'm back in high school with that fine high school pussy.
Oh shit.
Another it adds to the diversity of the school. They have black PE teachers that don't care and Asian principals that are too uptight.
Right.
Isn't that cool?
And as he's sitting there in detention, I guess he figures out he needs to talk to Homeboy.
Yeah. Hannibal Buress is like, hey, do you like the stone things that I say? It's so fucking dry.
Yeah, and
Isn't
he's
that
like,
cool? I like to pretend like that I'm high even when I'm not.
He's like, what are you drawing over there? He's like, I'm drawing a picture of a dude who's addicted to drugs. She shows it a picture of him. And he's like,
I have the black leaders of all time on the wall. I have Tyrese and Latrell Sprewell.
Michael Vick.
OJ,
yeah. Michael Jackson.
And Obama's in that little corner over there.
This is a very tiny cutout of Obama. I got it from a magazine.
He's only half.
Yeah, and so he just dips.
Like MJ is there, right? He's like, look, you don't even have detention. She's like, dude, I'm drawing your midlife crisis, you piece of shit.
Right? He's like, yeah, fine.
Like there was like, she's like, and I was hoping I would like get tag teamed and trained by these black twins in Peter Parker's web. Did you see those black twins in there?
No.
There was like 2 black twins.
Like
and I thought they were like a Marvel character. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
I thought they were like the ice climbers of Marvel.
Well, they wouldn't be called the ice climbers.
Yeah, they would.
No, they'd be like the plateau climbers or something.
Oh, God. Yeah, and Peter just leaves detention. Of course, his teachers don't fucking care that he does.
He's like,
all
right.
What kind of school is this?
This is one where you pay a lot of money, and they don't give a fuck as long as you're paying.
It's true.
And so he goes in and interrogates Childish Gambino.
Well, no, he does after he realizes he's a fucking idiot and had cameras in his suit.
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
right.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
I've never had a camera in my life.
He's like, wait, so can we get a license plate? He's
you know how many dicks Tomei have to suck for me to get that?
Right?
6.
Exactly. Big old dicks. My teacher's dick.
And he tries to interrogate him with like this deep filtered voice, right? And he's like, hey, Childish Gambino, can you put this next voice in this song?
And he's like, no, but since you didn't shoot me last time with your jizz, I'll help you out this time.
Oh, God. Yeah. Right?
He doesn't even interrogate him. He literally, Childish Gambino feels bad for him. And it's like, all right, dude, I'll just give you the fucking information. You're sort of weak at this.
Yeah. And then him and his fat Filipino friend figure out what they need to do. He's like, oh, yeah, you remember the Akadeca? It's in D.C. Like, wait, wouldn't we already talk about this part?
Yeah.
As this Filipino's, like, wearing the spider mask, and somehow its eyes gets more slanted, right?
He's like, oh, shit, that's where we gotta go.
He's like, let me eat my yon-yon pack first. All right.
But yeah, now he's like, okay, he just walks away from Childish Gambino. He's like, yeah, your jizz is still going to stick there. He's like, all right, 2 hours.
He's like, bro, I got chicken and waffles in here, man. It goes bad after 2 hours. Come on. He's like, you know what? You're a black criminal, so you deserve twice as much time there as a white.
He's like, I get it. The cops will probably show up and beat you. Like, it's not my fault. I'm Spider-Man, motherfucker. I'm not the morality police.
Right? And then he goes on the boat and finds out that Grinch and fucking Dave Chappelle are doing a deal with the Fast and Furious Asians, right?
Right?
And he's like, oh, wait. And his suit is like, oh, there's another brown guy there. An instant kill? Or the Asian, at least? He's like, Jesus, Tony, you fucking racist?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, well, insta-Asian, at least? He's like, just let me use the fucking drone. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And he uses his drone for no fucking reason.
Not at all.
It's like the same fucking thing he was going to do. He just wasted more goddamn time.
The drone is looking at exactly what he's looking at.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. And then, of course...
He's like, and Tony gives him a call. He's like, I just want to let you know, my dad didn't fucking care about me except for he left me like $1 zillion fucking dollars. So I'm trying to be more of a dad to you.
He's like, I'm just trying to support you.
It's a Pentagon now. You like it?
Right?
Trying to show your poor ass something happy. All right?
Yeah.
Wait. He's like, what are you doing? Spider-Man's like, I'm in the class where I act like a fag. He's like, wait, Happy said you stopped being a fag like years ago. That you like some black chick now.
Oh, well, he was wrong, actually. I don't like black chick. This is a black dude. Anyway, yeah, I'm at class. He's like, what's that horn? He's like, it's a Filipino practicing for band. Jesus Christ.
Right? And Spider-Man fucks up the dudes with the weapons, but then the FBI show up. They're like, oh, yeah, we're the FBI. We're here to fuck things up and ruin every fucking plot line.
Right?
And he's like, dude, come on. I'm fucking Spider-Man. Let me do some shit.
Yeah.
And Keaton just, fucks up the Asian dude for no goddamn reason. He's like, yeah, let me readjust my wrinkles so I look normal.
Yeah, and Keaton just flies out and starts sniping Spider-Man. Everything Spider-Man
and the FBI
murders him. Yeah,
as Vulture.
Up.
Michael Keaton doesn't give a fuck about his life.
Well, I don't think
which, like I said, I don't understand why. They never really show how evil he really gets on why you could just tell he's a loose screw.
Yeah.
But other than that, what the fuck?
He's just Keatoning out, essentially. Yeah.
Yes. He literally still thinks it's Beetlejuice. Well, I had heard it's Marvel and it was a cartoon. Start talking like this.
It's like, if you say Vulture 3 times, I'll appear.
In your ass.
In your ass. Yeah, right?
Yeah, and he flies away, right? As he fucks up the whole, because Spider-Man, the weapon drop, and he, jizzed all over the weapon. He's like, enough of the jizz, we'll fucking make it stop,
and
that
interfered with the batteries, and it just overloaded. Blew up the whole fucking ship.
Blew up the ship, right? And so Chappelle, did his crazy fucking stunt scene, right? He's like, hey, I'm black and I'm athletic. You get it?
He's like, watch me flip over things.
He jumped laterally.
Yeah.
He fucking jumped laterally. And he Vulcans him away, right? And then Spider-Man, he's like, hey, if I just jizz everywhere, maybe we'll connect and we'll hold it. As the ship's splitting apart, right?
Yeah,
and you see some fat brown dude with Cuban sandwich on his shirt.
It's like, yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
But then Spider-Man.
That's the same thing as that train scene from 4 movies ago, right?
But of course,
it's the same shit.
Yeah, it is.
It's Spider-Man stretching out his nutsack and fucking trying to hold his jizz together.
Except for his suit isn't ripping in this one.
Yeah. Because it would make sense why it didn't.
Well, because he's not big enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this one,
he was working off of $10 from a poor college student budget.
Right. And in this one, he fucking literally is like a millennial, is only about 95% correct.
Right. And his suit tells him that after it already starts fucking up. She's like, you know what? I just kind of wanted that fat Cuban to die.
Yeah, it's like, I could have given you targets to hit with your web, like I've given Tony Stark. But
right.
Fuck it, right?
And that's when Iron Man shows up, right? And he's like, bro, this is how you really do shit, all right, you fucking bitch. And this is how you get to be an asshole and control people's lives.
Right? And everybody's like, yeah, it's fucking Iron Man, yay!
Yeah, I'm surprised his fucking War Machine's crippled ass didn't show up just to tell Tony Stark, good job, buddy.
He's like,
you cracker.
Thanks for crippling me, but whatever. But yeah, so Tony Stark fixes the ship, and all Spider-Man wants to do is help him. He's like, dude, you've done enough.
Right?
You fucked the whole ship up.
And the fat guy with Cuban sandwich on his shirt, he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, Iron Man, Spider-Man, you faggot.
Spider-Man's sitting there like, wait, you're mad at me for fucking a ship up and you destroyed my entire city?
Right?
It's like, yeah, well, I'm different. I'm fucking rich.
Yeah.
You poor motherfucker. Your mom's a prostitute.
Chappelle comes back to, they go back to their evil lair, right? Which is just, green machinery and metal.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, I'm done, son.
He's like, yo, I'm going back to Africa, bro.
He's like,
fuck that $50 million contract you just offered. And he's like, Michael Keaton's like, hey, dude, I got another idea. Maybe it'll suck my face back up so I look 10 years younger. We'll do some more stupid shit and waste more money. Are you in?
He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's like, all right, bro.
He's like, what about that high-altitude dick device? And he's like, yeah, we can make that, right now. And this is when Iron Man comes in as just being a dick.
Right? He's like, Peter, you pooed it all over the place, and your fucking voice is annoying me. No, you're not my goddamn sperm. My sperm's only fertile in my Iron Man suit. That's why Pepper's fucking scared as fuck about it.
He's like,
Shapes her vagina, man.
He's like, this is what I get for hiring a 15-year-old.
Which kind of makes him a scumbag.
Yeah. Because he gets mad
Is this secret? Is all this shit secret? What Stark is doing with this 15-year-old kid?
I would assume so. Because at this point, he, like... Even he seems ashamed. Like, that's why he shuts it down.
He's like, do you wonder why I shaved off the right side of my fucking beard? I'm ashamed right now. Even Riff Raff would be ashamed of me.
This is how Stark shows shame. We just hire boys and cry.
He's like, who do you think called the FBI, you fucking dumbass? He's like, bro, has FBI ever even been in a Marvel movie?
No, right? It's like, we didn't even use S.H.I.E.L.D.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to take your suit from you. He's like, bro, I have no clothes. He's like, well, you're already exposing your small dick to the whole city anyways. You think I give a fuck?
He's like, here, just take some tourist clothes and be on with it. I'll buy my treat.
And he's like, I'm nothing without this suit. He's like, dude, it took me 3 movies to make up this fucking theme. But here you go, you assholes.
Yeah.
And if you don't get that joke, I literally mean Iron Man didn't go through his suit fucking, I'm nothing without my suit till Iron Man 3, and they're already doing it in the middle of Spider-Man. That's how much Spider-Man story they can't fucking think of. Because they're like, well, we already said his aunt's a hooker, he has a fat flip friend, and he likes a black girl. We already shocked the world.
It's like, but I worked really hard. It's like, yeah, well, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, it's retarded how much Tony Stark literally doesn't really get what's going on and tries to impose what he thinks is going on.
Uh-huh.
Because he's like, yeah, I'm not going to teach you how to do anything, but I'm going to get mad at you when you fuck up, even though if you had learned how to use the suit.
That is the Tony Stark way of life.
Because if you learned how to use the suit, he might
That's what his dad did to him.
Yeah.
And if he didn't do it right, he got beat.
He probably did try to beat him.
He's like, so then he goes back to Aunt May, and he's like, I'm going to be a normal boy pussy chasing man. Yeah. He's like, hey, Aunt May, you want to, like, blow me so I, like, know how to control my cum? She's like, yeah, dude, I'm finally.
Yeah, he's like...
I'm still cleaning up the web from last night.
And she's like, oh, you got some free clothes. Nice, that'll help us out.
And that's how stupid Aunt May is, right? Like, she literally all over the house is jizz. She just thinks it's jizz.
Right?
She's just coming all over the place.
That, and she just never questions, like...
She has sex with him. They have a really weird fucking sex relationship. She's like, hey, you want to, like, dance while, like, I show you my fucking cleavage? And the only place you see me going is the house or a Chinese restaurant?
And he's like, yeah, sure. No, yeah, it's true.
I mean, would you get blown by your aunt if she was that hot?
Yeah, if it were my aunt. I guess you'd have to.
Oh, God.
Yeah, then
she's like telling him, like, I tried calling all your racially diverse friends, and you sneak out, and I know you have no pussy lined up, so I was wondering, like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like, well, I lost my job, and I've been binge drinking for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, she's like, oh, that's better. Right.
She's like, okay, I understand. I know what it's like.
She's like, I thought you were sucking that little Filipino fat kid's penis.
Yeah, she's like, that's my job, not yours.
She's like, I snuck out too, but, I was a hooker, so that should explain a lot. And the Asian principal's like, Paco, you are a good student. If you bow to your sensei more, he will go to your father.
Right, and he's like,
sorry, my eyebrows get stuck in this position. That's why they're so arched.
He's like, all right, just get the fuck out of my office. I'm tired of looking at white kids all day.
And you'll do a montage of you, like, caring about school now and, like, speaking Spanish. He's fucking queer.
He's like, me llamo es Penis Parker.
Mi pene es muy pequeño, right?
Right, and it shows them at lunch building
like,
Legos.
why is this the only question you fucking asked me?
Yeah, and it shows them building Legos at school. They're building the Legos at school. He's a nerd.
They have their, like, gay or fresh Prince fucking handshake.
Right?
They're pitiful. They're fucking... It makes you realize why a bully is a Punjabi. You're like, God.
Oh, shit.
The dog-eat-dog world out there in that tech school is fucking retarded.
Well, right?
Because Punjabis can rule the school.
He's trying to. Jesus Christ, what's going on with that?
Right? And apparently he has like a Flintstone rock for a hall pass. Jesus Christ.
Right, they gave him like an actual road sign.
He's like, he sees Liz and he's like, I've been scared to like tell you, like, you're kind of hot for a black girl.
She's like, I know. Why do you think I got hired for this role?
You know what's weird is she did sort of look like she had Michael Keaton's features. Like, you started seeing the wrinkles develop above her, like, upper lip.
Gross. Gross.
He's like, would you consider giving me a hand job in the car when we drive to homecoming?
And she's like,
all right, maybe if it's a reach around.
She's like, as long as you don't cum in my car, because I've heard what you do with cum, and it's pretty fucking gross.
Yeah, your aunt goes around and tells us all girls in the school, so you think you're fucking gross.
Yeah, it's usually when she's on her coke binge, but we don't talk about that because we're embarrassed for you.
Right? He's like, Aunt May, help me be a fucking man, which is like, watch me as I watch an internet fucking tutorial on how to tie a tie.
And is this
can you, like, show me how to brush my teeth and my hair and the jizz out of my fucking dick in my suit?
And at this
point...
like,
wait, what kind of suit is this? Like, that's nothing. It's just, like, my rubber suit I jerk off in. She's like, oh, okay. I understand.
And at this point, you literally need, like, 2 hands to start counting the amount of montages they've had so far.
God, yeah, right?
Because this has been, like, 5 montages.
This is why I couldn't give it more than, like, a 9. Because
Yeah.
it's complete retardation.
Well, I think that's
retarded.
But I don't know if that actually hurts it, because instead of trying to explain all that stupid bullshit, at least the montage is the least they could have done for us.
Right? That's true.
They're like, okay, we'll just we won't go through everything. You don't need to be that confused.
And of course, instead of like his hooker mom, like maybe buying him a rental car for the night, she drives him in like his shitty brown Volvo.
Yeah, right?
She's like, this will be yours one day, hon.
She's like, one day you'll inherit my debt.
And my pimp to beat.
He's like, somehow you're going to have, not only when you inherit my debt, but you're going to have to spend $40,000 on a funeral.
And my pimp's going to show up and expect more money that I owed him.
Yeah, and he's going to beat you.
He doesn't give a fuck about that.
Well, her pimp's Black Panther.
Spider-Man, I saw you in the grass. And I want to let you know I make up this accent.
Right?
What was up with that, like, Mandarin fucking African accent? I don't know what the hell that was.
I don't know. All I know is
I liked it, though.
In the new movie, we're going to find out how many of them actually sound like that.
Bro, that is worse than blaxploitation. It's going to be African-sploitation.
Yeah, that's a weird one, right?
Afro-sploitation? I wouldn't answer it. Some unknown's calling Tim right now.
I'll send it to voicemail. Let me turn my thing off.
Yeah. Some unknown's calling Tim right now. One of the unknown Pokemons.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently they want me back in Johto or Johto or whatever the fuck it's called. I need to save some fucking Pokemans.
Yeah, and then so he drives to Liz's dad's house and check it out. Liz's dad is that old wrinkly bastard that looks like a tree with eyebrows. He's there.
He was like, hey.
He answered it like Beetlejuice too, right?
No, he answered it.
What can I do for you?
He literally answered it, and you can tell on his face, he was like, a white man. Yes.
Right?
It's like, I know she's half black, but I'm not letting a black dude touch my daughter.
Right? And it seemed like a very, very misfitted couple.
Right?
Because she, shows up, she's like, please don't tell me you're going to be millimeter, Peter.
It's like, what'd you call him? He's like, I called him Little Dick Pedro. You got the whole
Dad's
thing
like, hey,
wrong.
Peter, you want to drink and tag team my wife? He's like, I don't do full black women. He's like, that's a good answer, son. I didn't either. Until I started looking like this.
He's like, but I'll give you all a ride to school so I can intimidate you a little more. Peter.
He's like, hey, what are you gonna do, Pete? What you gonna do yourself? I'm thinking about making a Beetlejuice a live play. That's my next.
He's like, I don't know about
next
that.
Footprint on the fucking entertainment world.
God.
So they have their little car ride, right? And apparently the fat Filipino blurting out shit really did hurt him. Come around to fucking hurt him, right? She's like, hey, check out my dad before the tree wrinkles.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that's
Is
like
he dried
okay.
in the sun yet? Is the bark peeling off?
Then he goes to his serious face. That shit was hilarious, right? Because Parker's being a little bitch at this point. He's like, and Michael Keaton's like, yeah, I've seen that stupid fucking face and that gay little voice. Where you been?
He's like, I've heard that voice anywhere. And he pulls a
He's
gun
like,
out
Dad,
on
he's
him.
He's a fucking nerd. He's been at Akadeca with us. Yeah, we say Akadeca. He's like, oh yeah, you guys are lucky. Spider-Man came there and got every one of you, right? And jizzed everywhere. He's like, weren't you in the elevator, Peter? He's like, nah, I was on the ground level, but just some jizz got on my face. Trust me.
Right? And he's literally like, okay, well, you need to get out of the car, bitch, because we're going to talk man to man. That's when he pulls the gat on him, and he's like, hey, I know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, and he's still trying to hide it, right? He's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He's like, bro, a retard could have figured that out. Like, come on, you're a fucking idiot.
He's like, bro, you're going to act like you don't know what I'm talking about. For the past half hour, you've looked at me scared as shit.
He's like, don't you see my daughter's kiss imprint on one of my wrinkles? I care about her.
Dude, if I were Spider-Man, I said, fuck the black chick, and I just yopped Falcon right at the moment he opened the door and then got
Right? He's the most vulnerable he would have been.
Yeah.
I'd have choked his ass out.
Yeah. And be like,
Who cares about a gun, motherfucker? You're Spider-Man. More than likely, you could probably see the bullet.
Well, I don't know about that, but the moment he opened the door of his own
Spiders
house...
can see bullets, bro.
Yeah.
They can dodge bullets.
Spider bullets?
Have you ever tried shooting a spider?
I don't know if they can dodge bullets or it's
easy.
really hard to shoot a spider.
He's like, does she know? He's like, oh, nah, Spider-Man, you keep secrets. You keep it close to the vest, don't you?
He straight up tells him, he's like, look, dude, I won't tell on you if you leave me the fuck alone. If you don't leave me the fuck alone, I'll kill you. He's like, now go show my daughter a good time.
He's like, if I hear that faggot voice again, I'm going to pretend you're a who, and I'm going to fucking ruin your Christmas.
Yeah. What does he say? He's like, I'll kill you dead.
Yeah.
He's like, Jesus.
He's like, but maybe when I'm about to kill you, I'm going to realize you're 15 fucking years old, and maybe I shouldn't. I'm not that big of a scumbag.
He's like,
because he basically says, you did save my daughter's life. So, I'm not going to kill you now.
No, and what's funny is, like,
right?
You saved my daughter's life, so consider this a gift. That you sitting in the back seat won't snap my neck.
Yeah.
That's the gift.
And the next time I hear that quivering voice, I'm going to fucking kill you, and your dead man body sketch is going to be the fucking shape of Iron Man's beard. Okay, bitch?
Right?
And you're like, wow, all right.
He's like,
okay.
Like, I
guess I'll get the fuck out of here then.
He's like, now go show my daughter your wiener.
Yeah.
I mean...
He's like... Yeah.
Never mind.
Just don't cream pie on her, because I've seen how much jizz can come out of you. Yeah, and, they go into the homecoming, and people are dancing around. I Am Jazz is, like, giving himself a fucking penis pullover in the middle of the dance floor.
Right? And he, like, Parker literally... Peter Parker...
You know what I Am Jazz is?
I Am Jazz? The fucking Flash?
No. It's that tranny on TLC. It's the kid that's, like, becoming a girl or a girl that's becoming a boy.
No. Fucking Jesus Christ. Whatever. That's a whole nother story. But
that kid is a tranny.
No, yeah, I get that. What I'm saying is, like, but I watched a documentary where these parents were trying to say that their, like, 5-year-old was a tranny. I was like, how's a 5-year-old know they're a tranny?
Because they're saying they are.
Well, no.
Because they see all this shit on TV, and they're like, oh, hey, true life, a person can turn themselves into a goblin. All right.
What I think it is that the parents are hiding some shit, and the one time their boy was like, I'm a little girl today, Daddy. They're like, and you're a girl for life now.
I guess. So maybe I have to stop touching you.
Gross.
Yeah, and Parker just dips on Liz again. She's like, what do you think? I'm going to leave you? She's like, there's only one black guy in our school. He's an African.
Yeah,
I'm not
right?
gonna fucking fuck anyone else.
He's like, you think I have a chance with the all-white basketball team?
Okay. He's like, yeah, and so he goes and grabs his spare jizz from under his locker, right?
Yeah, apparently that's where he keeps it now, is at school.
And his school is so fucking stupid that him and Dave Chappelle can get into a fight, which apparently he loses to one, like, hyper fist.
Dude,
right?
well, he's...
Like, you have one weapon on Spider-Man, you're gonna murder him.
No, he sneak attacks.
But they just destroy buses. And with the school dance going on, and no one notices shit. What the actual fuck is going on?
Yeah, I
in
didn't get
school?
that. Because once, the dude fucking sucker punches the shit out of Spider-Man. Yeah. And then they knock over at least 4 or 5 buses. And then the only person who does notice it is a fat Asian. And
right? And Ned, he's like, hey, this web is consistency of fish noodles. I think I can actually shoot it.
He's like, oh, Ned, you fucking saved me, but get the fuck out of here, bro, and do some work for me.
And you see the Punjabi, he's like, sorry about dinner, I know when curry is fresh, and that was chunky curry.
Yeah, he's
like, oh, God. He has, like, some white chick, right?
Yeah, he
driving
steals
his
the
Audi or whatever, some foreign car that he had to, like, import.
Dude, this might have been the best scene of the whole movie, because he steals the Punjab's car.
Yeah.
He's driving it,
Spider-Man does.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Driving it, trying to
Not another Punjab stealing another
yeah.
Punjab's car.
Well, that happened, well, no.
He did his Batman voice, and, like, the Punjabi thought it was Sukdeep. He's like, ah! And he, like, jumps out the car.
Well, it wasn't another Punjab, because this isn't Vancouver. This is New York. Anyway, so he steals his car.
Still, they worship Sukdeep.
Yeah. A lot of deep dick. Fucking, so he drives this car, fucking, barely, because he's never driven before. He's fucking 15. And all the while, he's like, this is going to help me get there faster. And he fucking crashes it. He flips the fucking car. What kind of bullshit was that?
Because he finally, the Filipino gets his dream job of the flip in the chair, right?
He's like,
and he's like, you know, I've never, like, driven a car other than parking lots when Aunt May was trying to show me how to get roadhead.
Right? And he crashes. He fucking crashes.
Right? And he's calling Happy.
Trying to.
The Filipino is. And Happy's like, oh, he's got brown guys calling me now? What the fuck?
Well, I like how Happy answers, looks at him, he's like, who the fuck are you? And he's like, associate of Peter Parker. And he's like, oh my god, dude, I would have rather you been a terrorist or something.
I know. He's like, I thought I was going to get some free lumpia out of this.
Yeah, he did. He probably thought he was.
And the librarian walks in on him, and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm looking at congealed blood soup recipes.
He's like,
little boy porn?
Blood sausage? Oh, okay, that's fine. Go back to the party, you fat fuck. Stop looking up food porn.
And Spider-Man chases down Vulture, and he's so fucking stupid. You see Vulture, he's like, yeah, I'm just working on my 87 SS engine. Right?
And he's like...
Spider-Man's like, dude, what are you doing? This is an evil lair? You fucking asshole.
It's like no one's here.
There's one light. And it's on your shitty fold-up table with a fucking engine. I don't even know how that's sustaining that weight.
What, right? And fucking Vulture tells him, like, essentially, like, yo, bro, the world is fake. Like, everything in the world is fake. Whoever you're working for is fake.
Apparently now this is his theme, right? An
Yeah.
hour, like, fucking 45 minutes in.
Right? He
like,
gives
you think they fucking care about us? Motherfucker spent $70 million on beard shapes.
He's like, and only 1% of... You're right. He's like, only the top 1% get to enjoy it.
It's like, me and you are just working men. He's like, bro, what are you talking about? I live with my hooker aunt in a fucking one-bedroom apartment filled with cockroaches and my jizz all over the place.
And he's like, what?
It's like, you live in a fucking 3-story house. You have a black wife.
Yeah,
that's like my whole dream.
It's like you're an arms dealer. When have you ever been a working man? It's like when you're
right?
when you own
like the one time
company.
you had illegal Mexicans in the scaffolding.
Yeah,
you
right.
just thought you were gonna mine a lick. You fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that time you owned a company. I forgot. That's when you were a working man. Fucking jackass.
And he said that, and he was like, so he pulls out his Vulture suit, right, and does some Vulture shit as it fucking flaps around, right?
Parker's like, oh, I can't get me.
Yeah, but as he's doing that, while he was bringing up the suit, he first off tells him that he was distracting him from something while showing him the thing that he was trying to sneak up on him with.
Yeah.
True fucking cartoon shit. And he's like, well, I just needed you to know why I fucking hate Stark. All right? Now you die.
He's like,
what the fuck was that?
He's like, I didn't really need to tell you this.
Now that's Marvel just throwing in our face that Stark is a fucking asshole.
Right?
That's just them throwing it in our face at this point.
Yeah, because Michael Keaton, his whole point was to knock all the pillars down around Spider-Man to drop the roof on him, which worked.
That's what he said. Like, that's when Spider-Man's like, ha, you fucking asshole. That's why your face looks like that.
Yeah, he's like, couldn't hit me for shit.
Actually, I was distracting you from thinking I was Batman or Beetlejuice or some other bird I played in a movie. Now the pillars fall on Spider-Man because he's an asshole, right?
Spider-Man literally has to fucking Hulk out.
Yeah.
Because he is free. He's losing his shit.
This is his Fantasia moment.
Yeah, because
This is his fucking 1950s animated cartoon moment.
I think
I can.
Yeah.
I think I can.
He's the little engine that could, because basically he's like, Spider-Man.
Millimeter Peter. And it's just like, he has like flashbacks of the Punjabi, like, penis paka.
He's like, no, fuck that. I want to sock him the next time I see him. And he lifts himself out of the rubble.
Right.
With I get
excuse me, the Tony Stark voice over.
Oh, that's right.
Saying like, oh, you're nothing without your suit. Like, you need to realize this at 15, even though I didn't realize it until I was like 48 and did cocaine for about 20 years.
Peter Parker's like, okay, I didn't need that extra information, but sure.
But no, think about it, though.
Well, yeah, Peter Parker...
Think about it. How long did it take Iron Man to figure out how much of a fucking douchebag he was?
Well, I think that's...
And he's pulling this shit on Spider-Man? The motherfucker, he's 15. He just turned 15. Tony Stark thought he was 14.
Tony Stark thought... Yeah, that's right.
He's like, you mean to tell me I was having sex with a boy and he was 14?
He's like, join the club, dude. All of the Avengers have done it.
That whole scene was just gay, and he like lifts up the air conditioning compressor or whatever the fuck that was, right?
Yeah, and he's free. He's like, I'm Spider-Man again. And
Happy's like, hey, you want to see how much of an idiot I am? I'm just gonna like look around and sign things. Yeah.
He's like, load up the plane, and then Vulture's like, this is a perfect time to fucking rob a plane. There happens to be one.
And send me that flying dildo for tracking. All right.
Right?
Because his tech guy, Vulture's tech guy, who was trying to convince him to pull this, like, super, like, life-changing lick, right? If you don't know what I mean by lick, I mean, like, crime, like caper. Right? Yeah. He wanted to pull this shit, and he was like, yo, if you steal one of these Stark weapons, one of those fucking crystals or blue things or purple things fucking shooting around, you're gonna make millions, bro. That's literally, like, what was happening, right?
Yeah.
So he goes onto the plane that Happy signed off on.
Well, yeah, this whole time,
because they sent the heat-sensing, like, dildo thing, which fucked up Happy. Happy's like, I'm just eating this fucking like Big and Tasty.
Well,
He's
no,
like,
yeah,
they still exist. I buy them.
the plane.
Yeah.
But what I didn't get is this whole time the dude didn't realize that Peter Parker was stuck to him.
I don't think he cared. Because remember when he saw him, he's like, I'm going to overact and drench my neck down so you can see more folds.
Right, he just starts fucking shit up.
Right? And Spider-Man having his, like, Deadpool jokes, but just hella gay. He's like, now I'm finding my dad's girlfriend who knew he was white.
Yeah.
My dad's girlfriend. My girlfriend's dad. My girlfriend's dad who knew he was white.
He's like, hey, that cocoon thing's really stuck on this motherfucker.
Right? And Keaton, like a jackass, as soon as he sees shit that's going down, right? As his Midas shifter fucking whatever the fuck. His magic trick Doctor Strange thing that he put. That pink square. Whatever that was. He's like, Keaton's like, dude, I'm not leaving here fucking empty-handed. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Botox my whole fucking face. I don't give a shit.
So he just fucks the plane up pretty much.
He does. Because he's an asshole. And he fights Spider-Man. They have a little cool fighting scene. And they fucking crash the plane into Coney Island, which apparently no one sees and no one is around Coney Island right now.
Yeah, no one gives a shit.
Is that Coney Island or Jersey Shore?
I thought it was Jersey Shore. I was going to say, did they really just squish like...
No, I don't think that... Maybe.
I was going to say, they squished
Hopefully it killed fucking Ronnie.
Well, yeah, it's killed like 140 Guidos.
Yeah. Or killed Vinny or that whole movement.
Or just anybody.
Or if it landed on Pauly D's hair and it just stuck.
I wish a nuke would go off in New York and just be done with the East Coast.
Right. God.
It's not a joke. I'm serious.
Yeah, like, why does anyone give a fuck about Snooki anymore, bro?
She still has a TV show.
They're like, oh yeah, she lost weight, but she's still a whore. And she dates some fucking dwarf.
It's, oh, look, she had a baby, and guess what? It's a dwarf.
Like, her boyfriend literally looks like a living stump.
Dude.
He is a tech deck.
Was it her then that where he was, she was like wearing heels, and she was probably wearing like fucking 6-inch heels, and she's like 5'12", right?
Yeah.
5'12". That would be 6 foot.
Yeah.
She's like 4'11", right?
Yeah.
And this
she's like 4 feet.
Oh, she's like 4 feet.
Yeah.
And with...
She is literally an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, with like 6 or 7-inch heels on, this dude was barely taller than her.
Yeah, essentially.
So he's an Oompa Loompa,
yeah, he's a sausage.
Jesus Christ.
He's a melted sausage.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what that looks like, but that's what he fucking
Chorizo?
looks like.
And speaking of, just my gripe on chorizo, why'd you put it in a casing if I gotta break it open and cook it anyway?
I don't know. Yeah, and Vulture just starts beating the fuck out of him, right?
Yeah, Vulture.
And of course, like every other fucking movie, it's you know, Spider-Man getting his ass whooped and the older man realizing, oh shit, he's only like 15. Maybe I shouldn't kill him.
He's about to Mortal Kombat.
That shit was kind of dope when he like grabbed him with his talons and just kept smashing him down in the fucking sand.
Dude, yeah, well, he really fucks. Like I said, he was about to Mortal Kombat him because Peter Parker's in that finish him mode where he's just like leaning back and forth.
Yeah, he was.
And fucking the Vulture's like, this is what I was saying. He literally, the way they imply it, because they don't have any of his thought process or ever have him say this. He just looks, he's like, oh, shiny shit. Cool. Fight's over.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I mean, but maybe that's just what it was.
Well,
because he never was an evil dude. He's just sort of an asshole.
Well, yeah, he killed that guy on accident. He didn't even mean to kill him. He was like, oh, shit. That's what Dave Chappelle said. He's like, oh, shit. You just shot that white guy.
Yeah, and he like tries to fly away like a fucking jackass. He doesn't know his like machine. Is he like going through a crisis right now?
Yeah, because
he knew his shit was fucking up. He was not doing anything. Up. His birdsuit was actually flapping at this point. Before it was just flying around. He's trying to flap his way.
Right?
He's like, Peter, this is what it meant to be.
And Peter's
I'm never gonna fix my skin.
Ew. Peter's like looking at him though, and he's literally like, dude, that shit is full of explosives.
Yeah.
Stop fucking flying.
Right?
And he doesn't, because he's an idiot.
He's like, I'm trying to save you, bitch.
And Spider-Man being the good guy is literally trying to save his enemy.
Right?
Well, because he knows it's his bitch's dad.
He's like, I can't wait to tell Stark about this. Maybe he'll give me a patch. Avengers have patches, right?
They do, actually.
The Avengers Boy Scouts.
No.
And they're like, yay, the end, but it's not the end. Because now, you know, Spider-Man fucking jizzed all over Vulture. Because he's not dead, right? Because he has to go to jail and, like, snitch on some Cubans. Spider-Man
literally walks through fire to save him.
Right?
And the Vulture's still trying to be an asshole to him. What a dickbag. It's like, I saved your daughter's life. I saved your life after you stupidly tried to steal explosives. And now, in the after-credit scene, you're going to talk to a Mexican about killing me? Asshole.
Right? And the next scene is like Liz. She's like, oh, yeah, me and my family were going to Oregon. And like Peter Parker's like, dude, black people can live in Oregon? I didn't know you can handle the temperature.
He's like, in the next movie, are you going to come back as the fucking Vulture as well? And this is just going to be the Green Goblin all over again?
Bro, if they do that, I swear to God, I'll kill myself. Because, like, she goes up to him and she's like, hey, you know, I can't imagine how it feels to, like, be a black daughter and have a white dad and he's still be in jail.
He's like, I was hoping that's what our kids would be, but
she's like,
the jail.
She's like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck is up with you, but the way you talk and just the way you act, like, I think you may have Asperger's. So just leave me the fuck alone, all right?
He's like, yeah, well, I definitely have Asperger's.
And they have their Akadeca meetup with all the fucking Asperger's all-stars, right?
They're like, oh, yeah, guess what? This black chick's name was MJ the whole time. Can you guess where this is going?
And Peter, of course, what happens, he's like, wait, you're black? I just lost one black girl.
He's like, I better get out of here.
More diversity!
Seriously.
Marvel!
He finds out
Disney.
she's black, and he's like, I gotta go.
She kind of calls him out on it.
She's like, bitch, where are you going then? Where are you always going to? She's like, no, really, I don't care.
I don't fucking care.
No one cares about you, Peter Parker.
And Happy, like, meets him very awkwardly, and he does say awkwardly in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, and he does say, he's like, you saved me.
He's like, hey, do you want to meet in this bathroom so it'll, like, doesn't look like I'm going to molest you?
No,
he's like, dude, I'm pretty sure it's going to make it look like you're going to fucking molest me. He's like, how long have you been here? He's like, long enough to know this fucking Asian kid has a small dick.
And the Asian kid's walking out, like, mugging him, like, talk about who has a small dick, Tom Holland. Oh, no, Happy said that, huh?
The fuckboy Filipino. That was a Filipino.
See, that
he's like, was Tony fucking that kid in the stall? He's like, no, he's actually going to take you and fuck you at the compound.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, all right.
He's like, well, can I get a ride?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
right.
so now
they go to the Avengers compound, and Tony was like, hey, you see my new beard shape? It's a rhombus. Isn't that cool?
He's like, look, kid.
No, dude, I'm tired of seeing your fucking beard.
He's like
last time you had a bicycle on your left cheek.
And Tony being Tony just takes credit for happenstance. He's like, yeah that
worked out right?
Yeah, he's like, taking that suit was a lesson. Made you a better superhero. He's like, okay, well, do you want to be part of the Avengers? He's like, you guys are all fucking raping each other, walking through walls, looking at each other's dicks. Do you think I want to be part of the fucking Avengers right now?
And he's like, and probably you're going to sell my rights, so why the fuck would I give a shit?
He's like,
you're going to sell my likeliness to fucking back to Stan Lee.
He's like, you realize if I go to fucking the Avengers right now, one of you is going to jail for statutory. I don't know which one. It'll be one of you.
He's like, an Iron Man trying to sell him. He's like, dude, here's your new Iron Spider suit, and right what you asked for. He's like, there's that little hole for that ass. He's like, dude, since the last time you raped me, I fucking webbed my asshole shut.
Yeah.
So none of you fucking assholes can get in between. He's like, but that's your own semen. That's sort of weird.
He's like, I stuck 7 of the canisters up my ass and set them off. That shit is never opening up again. I throw up to shit now.
And he's like, hey, so you know what? You're going to live right by Vision. You know, he's a fucking peeping Tom and an Uncle Tom. So he likes to teleport in your room while you're jerking off. And he likes to tell you stories about how the white man's great.
He doesn't seem to think that people need
cover
doors.
Your computer screen, all right?
Yeah, he'll say some racist shit to you, bro.
Yeah, that's basically what happens. He's like, dude, all right. And Iron Man being the fucking prick that he is, like, that's when he says, he's like, hey, Pepper, do you want to get married? As if anyone fucking cares about our relationship anymore.
She's like, no, but all right.
Like, no, I don't even remember the time you fucked me in the last 9 years.
He's like, wasn't I like the last movie and the third one? The third Iron Man? He's like, oh yeah.
God. And that's what it is. Now Stark is back to being an asshole, and he's owning things and profiting off the Avengers because he's a fucking douchebag. And every charity he does, he probably rips a few cents from there, too.
Right? And he's like, all right, you little fucking cunt. You can have your suit back. It always belonged to you. He's like, and I'm really only saying that so your mask can record you jerking off because I find that shit hilarious. You know how hard it is to watch a fucking Italian struggle with his little dick and not laugh?
And tell your Filipino to stop rolling the lumpia filling in your suit. He's like, fucking it up.
Tell your Filipino he's rolling that lumpia too tight. Loosen it up like a joint, my friend.
Yeah, and of course now the Vulture snitches on him to a bunch of Puerto Ricans, and he's like, yeah, let's make another Spider-Man shitty fucking movie. All right. We're running out of villains to do.
He's like, so
we've rehashed this, like 7.5 times? All right. What was the half? That's why we thought Spider-Man would be cool if he was a dwarf.
Oh, no. That was just Transformers. You're mistaken.
Yeah, it was 3 years away. We had to bookmark Wahlberg. Made sure we had a good quality dwarf. So yeah, that's the fucking movie. And with all that hate, I somehow liked it.
Yeah, it was solid.
I do wish I was at Homecoming by myself than watching it, but that's what Homecoming will do to you. Because I'm Shia LaBeouf now.
Shia LaBeouf. Homecoming.
I gave it 8.4. So, yeah, subscribe on iTunes, follow on SoundCloud, suck my dick and blow me.
Fuck the
girls,
world.
Please.
If you
fuck
have
the world.
guns,
We're on YouTube too, apparently.
Yeah.
Like every other podcast that pretends to be relevant, we have it on YouTube, but it has no views. Except for Pirates of the Caribbean, from all the people from Qatar thinking it was an actual movie.
That's honestly
like,
what
we're gonna watch it for free, my friend.
Yeah, it's like
7 months before it comes out here.
He's like, and we don't have
projected in the dirt.
I think I get that now. They don't have computers where they could download the movies, so they are trying to watch it on their smartphones.
Okay.
And that's why it's like they're going through YouTube. Because they're fucking poor.
Well, yeah, and their government doesn't allow them to have internet.
Well, it does.
So they have to, triangulate a goat's ass and...
Well, in North Korea, you just get to sit there and look at the Google search bar from 13 years ago.
Right. They think Tracy McGrady's still the best basketball player in the world. Right?
It's like, yeah, we actually downloaded the entirety of the internet, but, that was 20 years ago. So all of our information's a little whack.
So, actually, I wanted to just mention, too, this is part of the MCU.
Yep.
So if you go back in our old episodes, like I said, we've done Fast and Furious, Pirates of the Caribbean, Transformers, Star Wars, Harry Potter, X-Men. The list is getting fucking long, but the first ones are MCU. And some of them are, if you listen to them now, they're a little less offensive and a lot more boring as you're a fucking pothead. Yeah. That's for sure.
Not quite what we're used to doing.
You put it this way. If you listen to the beginning, we tricked you into thinking this was a review show, and then it became fucking a circus act. Right? And those will connect. So you know our rankings for the MCU. So in the MCU, this is now number 4 on my list. Right above Guardians, which makes Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. And we will be doing Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soon when it comes out on DVD. We just didn't fucking feel like watching it, right?
Yeah, that movie probably sucks.
Wonder Woman sucked.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do Wonder Woman.
If it wasn't for the fact that people were praying they'd somehow see the bottom left butt cheek of fucking Galgatron, whatever her name is, and her pussy maybe, no one would have liked this movie. Because even girls were walking out their skirts soaked, and they're like, "Oh my god, she's so fucking gorgeous."
That sounds fucking cool.
I wish I had her face to masturbate too while my boyfriend doesn't fuck me.
But yeah, for my MCU rankings, that would put Spider-Man, I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
So that would put it at number 5 for me, right? In between Guardians, which is at number 4 with an 8.2, and Iron Man 3.
So essentially, we're trying to Jew you into listening to our old episodes.
Yeah.
Right? So go check those out. Go check those out, and look out for Twitter and on our Facebooks. Like I said, links are in the descriptions. Click on those. Follow us there, because that's where you see our release schedules. Because we're the most erratic fucking podcast in the history of mankind. Right? You should appreciate it, because we don't give a fuck.
And we got a lot of fucking material, so just take your time. Yeah. And to be a little more topical, if you're part of R. Kelly's rape squad, fucking you have all the time in the world.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm going to read about that shit. What the fuck? He has a rape cult.
It is bizarre.
He has a rape cult.
Yes, it is very bizarre.
He feeds you Kool-Aid, except for it has his semen, and apparently he has Marvel powers himself, because he can mind control you into fucking blowing his piss.
I read the article on fucking Snapchat, which is now my primary news source, apparently.
Yeah.
And then I read the actual fucking article. Both of them, R. Kelly is insane.
Is one of the steps to move up that you have to drown yourselves in a tub of piss?
Yeah, you have to. He actually
is that the final step?
Have gallon jugs of urine lying around that you just dump on yourself randomly. Dude,
R.
it was
Kelly,
weird.
You
He was saying he dictates when they wake up, what they eat, what they wear, when they go to bed, how they have sex, the fact that they're going to be filmed having sex, how they act on film having sex.
He just sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody I fucking hang out with. I don't know about you.
You know what? Now they call it a rape cult. You know what they used to call that shit? Being a fucking pimp.
And that's my motherfucking opinion.